Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ironkeep Chronicles, our weekly jaunt through the vivacious world of Dungeons & Dragons. I am your host this fine evening and almost every Wednesday evening, let's be honest, right? You're not watching other shows, are you? No, you're watching our show. For me, not for me, for these people. Let's meet them. It's Kyle Caps, everyone.
Oh, yes. Hi, everybody.
Kyle Caps, me.
We are on tonight. We're on. We're on fire. We're lit.
We have hot pocket.
We have hot pocket. Havana got me a hot pocket.
Yeah. Now they're all hopped up on Hot Pockets.
Kyle, who are you playing?
I am
and
playing.
Why?
Why? Please explain.
Oh my God, the why I can't even go into it. That's just we'll be here all night.
All right.
But I am playing Jorvin Calcorin, the Badger. He is a forest gnome ranger, and
exceedingly fragile. We learned last week.
For the amount of hit points he has, yeah.
You squishy, bro?
I have 55 hit points.
Well, now you
shouldn't
do.
Be that one squishy.
What were you at before that?
Well, entering the battle, I already got hit for like 19, so I think I was at like. I was at...
yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, 19 minus 44.
You didn't get your full contingent of 5th level hit points either, because I'm a jerk.
Yeah, that's not true. He's fine. Or, actually, no. I was trying not to... Am I still dying? Am I rolling death saves? Do I have to be nice to him?
Yeah.
I see how it is. Very good. Speaking of rolling death saves, Amy Vorpahl is here.
Yeah.
We're going to try and kill her character tonight. She can't be here next week. It'll give us a reason to adventure and maybe resurrect her character during our journey next week.
Where do you go when you leave us?
this time, straight to hell.
Because next week isn't
the penultimate episode, yes.
Wait, next week is the finale?
Next week is the penultimate.
Okay.
Our finale's on Halloween, right?
Yes, Halloween.
I'll be there for
I'm
that.
going to dress like your mom.
Oh my God. Okay.
What?
Which one of you am I talking to? Find out on the finale.
Do mine.
Pretty much, if you have a sweater and a short wig, I think you'll be like,
That's
landed
all
about 50%.
One time on my stream, chat had me put on every single one of my wigs at the same time, and it was a tower.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Amy. I didn't mean to
That's
talk about
exciting.
my wigs during your time.
No, I
just wanted to give you
took a bite while I was waiting.
Just wait for that prime opportunity for Amy to get her.
And passing it back mid-bite.
I am playing Lawnwood Lowstorm Beck Baba Becca. She is a Goliath druid. And running away last week, when Kyle and I were running away, we decided that the monster, while whatever CR rating it was, had to have been way more difficult because of the confined space. Like, we couldn't be at range killing it, and every time we did hit it...
It's the acid bubbles.
The acid burp.
That acid thing.
I wanted to say it was like 6 times, but I knew that girl in grade school. Or middle school.
What?
Mean the monster?
What are you talking about?
She had like boils on her back,
Oh,
and
no.
sometimes if you like pat her on the back too hard, one of them would burst.
No!
Oh.
And then
Like,
everyone would have to
soak
make a
her
dex
shirt.
save for acid damage.
Wait.
To not get it on your hand.
That poor girl. Is that real?
Yeah, she's okay now. Yeah,
All right.
but I remember just being like, "Wait, this is how people work."
Oh, my Shimmickson, welcome to it. All right, very
What
good.
the fuck?
We're starting off.
Just a reminder.
Did we get to level up?
That's sort of, maybe. If you do exclamation point tips or exclamation point unlocks, you can see what is in you get a link to what's in the donation ladder this fine evening. So I will try to keep track of this. Dom had to step away from the console.
Oh my God, it's movie magic. You don't need to tell him that.
No, our wonderful mods are on it. So thank you to Janana Banana and Breedaluth for subbing up. Also, Thomas W. DeYoung and Shimmickson.
Thank you.
And Artful Badger.
Wow,
What have you done,
What the fuck? All of a
Shimmickson?
sudden?
Artful Badger.
Shimmickson is in for $60. That's
What
very
have you
good.
done?
Oh, I like pew 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 pew. Did I say that? Pew pew.
Perhaps one of our
I was down with
beneficiaries of
As you
tonight's
always are.
chat donation ladder, maybe Havana Mahoney.
What? Maybe what?
Wait, what?
Maybe.
I'm one of the unlocks?
You may be one of the beneficiaries. Who knows?
Oh, I thought
For $200, you can just have her. Like, she'll hang out and,
No.
Share a hot pocket.
Done. Fucking done.
Yeah, sponsored stream is way more than $200.
You
Yeah.
guys
Eric,
can't do it. I already bought
I'm
it.
expensive.
you can sell yourself cheap on your channel, okay, buddy? But here,
I don't know what money
Wait,
is.
how much is it then?
Yeah.
Like 5.
I paid a good $20 for
$20.
Eric last week.
$20.
That'd be good, a nice round $20.
I don't know what money
for mostly
means.
shit.
You own Eric?
I do, yeah.
We did just talk about how I would eat 10 Hot Pockets on a dare, so maybe we can make that an unlock.
you want to make that an unlock?
Oh my god.
10 Hot Pockets.
I'm not going to push you into that.
Yeah.
$500 and you're paying for the Hot Pockets.
That sounds like worse than Luigi farts.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
I can't smell them.
Oh yeah,
You're sitting
that's
right next
canon.
to a friend.
It's not whether you can smell
You
them.
can smell them right now?
He's very sensitive.
No, but
Oh.
like if you fart.
I've never smelled a fart.
I don't have a great sense of smell.
That's
I'm drinking
not
peppermint
true.
tea right now, and that's really fucking up my
It's
senses.
gonna be disruptive. Yeah, Eric, what day of no soda are we on? 2?
2.
It's hard, man.
You got 28 more to
Y'all
go.
are in solidarity
Yeah.
on no soda.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah, it's like
Conduct
it's
this
a Vanguard
seminar.
initiative. We're trying to do soda for 30 days, and then
Not even diet
we're
soda?
gonna get certificates. And if we can do 60 days, we'll get a plaque.
Who's giving you these?
Isn't
things?
cider just alcoholic soda?
Shut up!
Wait, are you drinking cider?
No, we just explicitly talked in chat about how cider was not soda.
They spent a lot of time discerning
Y'all have
what was.
What
and-
is soda?
Oh, okay.
LaCroix, not soda.
All right.
Beer, not
What?
soda.
LaCroix is soda.
Tonic
Oh,
water
love
is
LaCroix.
soda.
Tonic is soda.
Oh my god, how is tonic soda? but-
Ginger ale, fucking soda.
Definitely soda. How is
Yeah.
LaCroix not soda, but
It-
tonic
There's no
is?
calories.
Yeah, because
Peter,
there's
look-
What
no-
the fuck are you guys
That's a giant.
doing?
Tonic has
I didn't agree to run any episodes.
No.
What is Beetaloo?
Nope.
Oh my god, y'all. Are we gonna die? Are
All
we
right.
gonna... Stop it!
SF Giants 49er, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, everybody.
We are climbing our way towards that $200
Wait.
goal. It's just
But more
hanging out there.
importantly, LaCroix, how is tonic soda?
Tonic has
But-
sugar in it.
And LaCroix is just CO2.
Oh, okay. So no diet. So diet soda doesn't count then.
No, diet soda is soda.
Okay. Well, what about
soda's bad
what
for
about
you.
what about bubbly water? Like the flavored bubbly water.
That's essentially what LaCroix
LaCroix.
is.
I
LaCroix
know.
is just sparkling
so you guys can have
sparkling water.
You guys can have
We
that.
can have a LaCroix, yeah.
I don't drink it, so I'm not gonna have that.
You might want to
Yeah,
after
after
day
30
5.
days.
Estelle, thank you.
Thank you, Estelle.
I just love bubbly water.
I'm going to also make a list here.
I'm running out of words. I don't know how this is happening.
Beetalooth, Turquoise Night.
What are you writing down?
I'm writing this down so that when Dom comes back, he can collect who the rerolls go
Oh,
to.
well, I
When
don't
you
know.
sub
Shimmick.
up.
Was Shimmick's in there
He'll
at
be
the
able to
beginning?
see that list, Tom.
I have
He
Shimmick
has
on
access
this.
to that list.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well,
Yeah.
all right.
It's all-
None of this is my problem.
Yeah.
Hey, it sort of is.
Well, I want my.
Hey,
I want my
I
rerolls.
Amy, stop talking. I'm talking.
No.
Speaking of rerolls, Artful Badger sends a reroll to Kyle Caps.
Kyle Cat.
Kyle
Bam.
Caps. Kyle Caps.
Havana.
Shimmickson
What
sends a
character are you
reroll.
playing?
No.
Dom
What
put these in the
character
chat
you're
before he
playing?
left.
Oh.
Sends a reroll to me.
Oh, you looked at me.
Ah.
And by
Me
me, you
tricks
mean
you
me.
Thomas W.D. Young sends their rerolls to
Stop it.
It's me.
I want it so bad.
Eric.
Usually when he does that to you, they go to me.
I know.
And Janana Banana also sends another reroll.
Damn,
to
Eric. Oh shit,
Hey,
dude.
Eric.
One was
really
for you.
rude.
How much?
One
How
was
much
for
did you pay these people?
One of the rerolls was for me.
Yeah, there's
Damn it, Eric.
Thomas W. Young sent one to you and one to Eric.
Got those
Thank
long,
you.
those
That's
long coin catching arms.
We're playing When a Star Falls. We've got 3
Likely
sessions left,
story.
including this one. Who would like to give a recap of the Fast
Eric
and...
did not get introduced.
That's
I mean,
fine.
technically, you didn't either.
All I did was yell, "Abstract them!"
Yeah, that's true.
Here's somebody who doesn't know what money is. Eric Reichert, everyone.
Hi, I'm playing Alton Newberry, the half-elf fighter.
Well, good
That's
for
all you
you.
got for us?
Top boy!
Tough boy.
Tell us about your
He's
harrowing
top boy.
experience of no soda.
It's been okay. I've given up soda before.
I went to Taco Bell last night and had to get a water, and it was a nightmare.
I don't get fast food, but I'll normally
They
get,
all laughed at
when I
me.
go to
A water.
RJ Connect. What are the unlocks, huh?
They,
I'll
they
usually
tried
get, like, an
multiple
iced
times
tea
to
or
see
something
Baja
like that.
Blast.
Ooh, is iced tea soda? We didn't
No.
talk about that?
It's not.
How is iced tea soda?
It's just tea.
Sweet tea.
Well, but that's different than just unsweetened iced tea.
Because now I'm just questioning soda. Now it doesn't even matter if it's carbonated or not to you because bubbly water.
D20 Monkey, Brian, thank you so much.
I think the issue with soda is that it eats away at your organs.
Yeah, it's we're defining soda basically as a carbonated sweetened beverage.
Can it clean a rusty nail to like new condition?
You
Then it's soda.
All right. Well, I mean, if that's
let me have my Coke Zero.
If that's the
You're allowed to. You're not on this.
No, I'm not.
Aspartame. Gonna get the bad
Cancer.
Sometimes when I'm out for breakfast with Lindsay, I will just point over at the artificial sweetener and say,
You never call her that. You just say my wife.
My wife.
Pass me the brain poison.
The brain poison of the coffee?
No, the artificial sweetener.
Aspartame.
It's brain?
As of last week, though,
nerve
she
poison,
already
right?
got called out, so I guess you're...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's never once mentioned
You
it.
outed her.
You don't know my wife's name. You'll never hear it again.
You just keep bragging that you're married with a dog. Keep that up.
Yeah, but he's got a Canadian wife. Yeah, has anyone really met her? I have. She's lovely. But
I have 2 dogs. Is that kind of...
Yeah, you're
Even
bragging
out.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you're married to one of them.
I have a 1-bedroom apartment that I love very much.
I mean, I feel like Frankie's been around longer, but Beans would want it more.
I just think she wants to marry everybody.
Yeah.
Beans wants my butt. Yeah.
She's legit licked my butt before.
Didn't she like eat?
Don't finish that sentence. Let's just leave it to the ether.
So last time we were in
Speaking of
a
eating, last week,
You're right.
you were
it's better
almost
this
eaten
way.
by a giant weird demon thing that spouted like acid and pus.
Yes, I spend the majority of the time dead.
Oh, yeah, I actually
Or
remember
dying.
that.
Fighting off death.
Dying,
Let's be
yeah.
honest,
It was
fighting off death.
a team bonding situation.
Experience.
Yeah.
I kept popping up, I'm alive! And
Yeah.
then acid would splash on me and I die again.
I think
we
that
almost-
is better than just never getting
This
out
was
again.
on a stream. This was like the most high intensity fight we've ever had.
We were all really angry.
I yelled. I straight up yelled at you. Oh yeah. because
I
was
also
like,
yelled at Kyle. I probably yelled at Eric.
Oh, absolutely.
I
got yelled at by both of you, so then I took it out on Eric by yelling at Eric.
Yeah.
obviously.
He's our child.
That's
It's a good target.
Well, I
Fine.
started. It was my fault that everybody was angry to begin with. So it just.
Was
the
that
fact-
your fault?
That's right.
How?
It's
I don't
his
wanna
fault
say
that
it.
mommy and daddy are
Wait,
crying.
remind us.
I don't want to
It's
say
a recap time.
no.
Oh
You're gonna,
no! Don't bring it up.
Oh my
Don't
god!
bring it up.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Wait, tell me.
Mm-mm.
Mario Party.
Why? Why
I
did
thought
you?
it was something in game.
Oh, no.
I was like, I really don't remember.
It's because Eric beat you at Mario Party.
I mean,
Allegedly.
beat is like a strong
Allegedly.
word.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I let him win.
Yeah, y'all gotta play co-op. You gotta play co-op.
we did.
We
At first.
did.
It was a delightful thing.
Eric lost at that too.
All right. So you did manage to defeat the weird Darrow. You
got-
re-
Wait,
Sure.
is Mario Party one of the unlocks?
Oh my god, are we playing Mario Party today?
I'll bring my Switch.
I
Let's do that on Halloween.
love Dungeons and Dragons Mario Party.
I'll get it. I'll rent it.
I call Bowsette.
All right.
She's not a character, but she should be.
That's what I'm saying.
Bowsette?
We're doing OC.
Should we all dress as Bowsette for our Halloween episode?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
All
in.
of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go to Amazon Prime right now, but yeah, I'm good. Oh no, it's 2 weeks away. Yeah, we good.
We
I'm
got
gonna
you.
You probably
make
do need
mine
to
out
go
of-
now though, because they'll probably sell out on weird Halloween.
No one knows who Bowsette is.
I don't think they can sell Bowsette costumes because she's not a real character.
She's
Yeah.
not a
She's a.
I want to be crying Waluigi.
I'm gonna get a big bow.
Did I tell you about the shirt I got?
No.
Is it Crying Luigi?
It's like Daisy and she's in her pajamas or in
Dr.
her
Faust
nightie,
Parenting Clinic?
Oh.
and she's spooning a full size body pillow of Waluigi in like his underwear.
All right. Shall we have our
a great
theme
shirt.
song?
Thank you.
Yes, theme song,
Do you have
theme
the-
song, theme song.
Do you remember it, right?
We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we won't, we'll always find a way. I'm feeling like that's not it.
It's not. It goes a
That's
little
Adventure Time.
more something. I like a these.
I don't. Yeah, I'll get there. You. For one reason or another, I left my father and mother and everything I know. Oh, they say they are always with me. I know it's true, I do believe. And they say to go, oh, go forth to where the forest is deep, and look for the one who's looking for me. I accept this quest. I will do my best on my journey to Ironkeep. On my journey to Ironkeep. On my journey to Ironkeep.
Yay!
Yay!
I thought I could sneak into chat and quick get the resub rerolls, but
Oh
you know,
my
no, I
gosh.
can't.
You
I
are
can't.
all about
You
doing
can't do
dogs.
it all.
I want to know.
Oh, I took 2 notes last
I
week because
do-
all we did was fight that thing.
Yeah, that was a big fight. I
I-
didn't expect it to be a big
I
fight.
turned to the next
session.
page. I was like, surely I have more. No.
I literally have 2 sentences
I
and
was
a
like-
drawing.
I was like, Kyle,
Good
let me see your
drawing.
drawings. And then they were all drawings from 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Last week was
I was just
insane.
dead for a whole session.
So you had more time to draw, didn't you?
He was busy mourning.
It's true. I was chomping at the bit.
To
All
die.
right.
Just to not die, honestly.
Existed
To roll a die.
For the saves.
Roll a die.
For them saves.
All right, I know a couple things for sure happen. Everybody gets inspiration.
All right. Thank
So
you,
that's
chat. Thank
pretty
you, chat.
cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Everybody gets the blessing of the chat. You
Thank
can
you.
Add a D4 to one of your D20 rolls. So there's a little
Wait, what
boost
is
for
this?
you there. The chat's blessing. It gives you a little
D6?
D4 boost.
A D6?
D4.
Like a D6.
D4.
D8.
D6. Like a D6.
And then I'm gonna give you these things.
What are those things?
Let me see if I even put them in the. Let me make sure I put what I thought I put in the unlocks. Hello. Why don't I have this shared with me? And that's not anything.
Ooh.
Cool. Shared with me. Where's my Google Sheets? Come on.
Oh, remember when you said the word wing dam?
That's a real word, right?
Was that a long time ago?
Yeah.
When did I say that?
1942.
Well, welcome everyone to the Wingdam. All right, this is not appropriate. No, don't
Do that one.
duplicate that. There we go. That's the one. That's the one.
My God, this isn't appropriate.
Hello, everyone. Very good. All right.
That's not appropriate. That's my wife.
Oh, okay.
My wife.
That's cool.
The
That's
Kaiser's
cool.
making a lot of moves on
Oh,
Poland.
I know what they're pushing for.
Let me see.
No. All right.
Chat, tell me.
Very good. Very
I'll
good.
psychically receive it.
Hero's Favor has been unlocked.
Donate
Wait, but
$5 and
we
make
already
your
have-
name
you already
what
gave
he's
us the
talking about.
normal
I
Hero's
know.
Favor
Well,
thing.
one of those here. So.
Or just a penny.
Yeah.
Either way.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if that
I
shows
don't
up.
think you can
It's not
just
acceptable.
donate.
For
a penny.
hints. Yeah, make your name a
Yeah, it
hint.
has to be, if it's cash donation. it
I
has
don't
to be
think
at
we
least
can
$1.
encourage people to make alt accounts
Here,
because that's
can we
against
use
TOS.
these?
Yeah, those
So
are
don't
good.
do.
No, they don't have to make a new account. If you donate, you get to say what your name
Oh, I see what
shows
you're
up
saying.
as.
Okay.
So are these the Hero's Favor?
What is TOS?
Or are
Terms
of
of service.
Yeah, what is this?
Monka TOS.
That's- Yeah, I don't care which one. Whichever one is easier to
Wow,
remember.
he doesn't even care, guys.
So we'll have
Well, this one has to be Hero's Favor.
That's Hero's
Yeah.
Favor, and then this is the
DM's limit.
D-
That's
DM's
how it's
No,
always.
it's
this
not
is
the
the-
DM's
this is
limit.
the blessing.
That is the blessing.
That's
the
the
blessing.
D4 that you get to add to
Oh,
your
okay.
rolls.
Hero's Favor is where we get to do a cool thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we
And
get to
I
try
will-
to do a cool thing.
That's
and
just
then
do
fail.
one quick
I usually use
rules update,
Oh.
which is we did it wrong last time. It's a free action, which means it has to be invoked on your turn. You can't like break. You can't like.
Well, we normally do it on our turn, anyways.
Yeah, we normally do it on our turn.
Not a big
anyway.
deal, but
you were the one who literally said that we could break.
Yeah,
break initiative.
we kept doing it on our turns, and you guys can do it whenever.
Yeah, you said it a million
say
times.
1 million times. Well, guess what?
It's also not a real thing that you made up, so you can change the rules.
I tell you that my friend who's an artist was drawing. It was like the Dragon Olympics, like some kid book, and the notes he got back were no dragons do not have. It was 3 claws and a talon is how he drew, and he got notes saying no, that's not how many fingers a dragon has. Dragons have 5. They need to have 5 fingers like a hand. And the guy was like, oh my god, they're like fantasy creatures. They don't actually exist.
That was always the great rejoinder on back in the days when I was moderating the forums, when somebody would be like, well, if that's the way it works, then technically you should be able to blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. In a world where dragons breathe fire and people cast magic spells from the ends of their fingers, that's how the physics of it would actually work. So you slew the Darrow, you retrieved the star, you started carrying it, you made camp for the night.
Did you say he started carrying?
Carrying the star.
Oh, that, okay. Yeah.
When you woke up in the morning, Jorvin did some...
Someone shaking the table?
Me, yeah.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Did some...
Just thought there was an earthquake.
You can never tell.
No, it's my like nervous like leg.
Oh, gotcha.
Glitch.
My dogs do it all the time. They shake my desk, and every time I'm just like,
It's happening! The big one!
It's coming!
The big one.
Whenever there's I always look across the room to see if the paintings or the bookshelves are swaying or anything like that.
I look right into my dog's eyes. I don't know, why didn't you tell me?
When you awoke from your overnight sleep, Jorvin did some scouting around, wrestling up for breakfast. You found a trail that leads up off to toward the top of the mountain, and you awoke with a kind of a bad sunburn from where you had been sleeping next to the star, which was somewhat worrying. So, unless there's something important you want to do here as you have arisen.
At some point, I probably can't do it like the full thing, but you mentioned that the bow, if I spend more time studying the runes, I can unlock more powers. I imagine one night might not be enough, but I want to start
working on it?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes. Very good. Very good. That's fine. Okay, so I assume that you begin following the trail up the mountain. Mm-hmm. Yes? Is there anything unusual about that operation that I should be aware of?
I do ask Alton about his dreams quite specifically, since he was the one holding the star. Mm-hmm. Like, any weird dreams? Was there sex stuff, anything like that was going on?
Oh yeah, was there more sex stuff? I'd love to hear it.
Should I take notes?
Oh, that hugging. Did you do more hugging in your dreams?
Oh, there wasn't any more. Not any more than usual.
Okay.
Just the usual amount of sex.
Look, I got it.
I don't have sex dreams. Should I be having those?
So, yes.
Yes.
Oh. How do I make those happen?
Just never stop thinking about it.
About dreams?
She gets it.
Oh no, look, you're probably doing it right. What is what's happening here? Where's Michael Caine? Come back to me, Michael Caine.
Salt of a tangerine.
Salt of a tangerine. Oh, maybe I was doing it. I sounded Australian for a bit. I don't fucking know.
Is this a Michael Caine impersonation? Is that what we're learning?
It's been Michael Caine-ish for a minute.
It's been.
It's been.
No, I'm sure that if whatever level of sex you are having in your dreams is right for you.
That's true. There's no real godlike.
I'm just trying to make sure that there wasn't anything like weird or anything misplaced.
Do you want to know if you're in it?
No. Well.
I want to know if Jorvin's in it.
That wasn't what I was getting at, but now that just since we're asking about that, yeah.
Well, I never kiss and tell.
Oh.
Not even in your dreams.
So there was definitely kissing.
Am I in it?
No, I don't kiss on the first date.
Is Strum in it? Who's in it?
In all my dreams, I'm flying. Do I fly in your dreams?
I want that for you.
Yeah, that's not really an answer.
That is beautiful. I hope that one day you do fly. And I also hope I know that who Alton has sex with.
With perfect 20/20 hindsight, I will use my
As
thing
we
to
all
make.
have. Don't brag.
I will make my cake with poison resistance.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Is that one of the ones that you can do? Is poison?
Oh, is it? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I know that you can do the
I
elements
wish
for
there was
sure.
cake
Yeah.
here.
I'm so hungry.
One hot pocket's never enough. I don't know why. You were like, I brought 2 pockets.
Yes.
I've never
Acid,
had one
cold,
before.
fire,
It
lightning, poison,
looks like a lot
thunder.
of food.
All right.
Serving size
very
is
cool.
one.
Yeah, but serving sizes are
Because
alive.
yesterday we almost died from so much poison.
I don't know how Dom is doing this, but there is typing in the stream communication.
He's on his.
Probably on his phone.
Yeah, he's on
Dr.
his phone
Faust
or
Painting
laptop.
Clinic sends a reroll.
Or it's a ghost!
What?
Ghost! Ghost! Ghost!
Ghost.
Ghost! Ghost! Ghost!
Ghost, ghost,
Ghost!
Dun, 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 dun.
Ghost! 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 There's a ghost! It's coming for you! Best watch out! Best be wary! Okay.
I was gonna let it go. You're on a roll. I want to see this peter out.
It's got kind of a ring to it. Not quite. It's a demon, but very,
Yeah,
very.
it's true.
Nothing will ever be
Yeah, it's a
quite
demon
like
does
it's
come
a
back
demon.
very.
A demon, that song is very assaulting.
It's an aggressive
More
song.
than it is like catchy or fun, it is just terrorizing.
It's very aggressive.
So,
aggressive tune.
Aggressive tune.
You begin ascending the mountain. It is a steep climb, and it doesn't take very long for you. You know, you're in the thick of the cloud of the weird silver fog that envelops the land, right? And so you climb through that.
Butt dice.
You climb up for 3 hours, right? And
What?
And finally, you begin to break through the fog, and the sun is shining down on you. It's midday, probably. I would say you probably woke up around 7 or 8 o'clock, so it's around 11 or so. Your character gets up earlier than you do.
Oh, I'm just the concept of anyone getting up at that time. Absolutely.
Then I
Laughable.
Really.
I will not tell you how I wake up every day at 6
You
a.m.
have told me actually 3 times before. So.
6 a.m.
Oh,
And now 4. And now 4.
Mm-hmm. 6 a.m.
Pretty early.
Because your wife gets up that early.
It's true.
Oh, that's cute.
All
Play
right.
Yahtzee together in the morning.
It's not a
Wakes
bad
up
idea.
to start yelling at her.
Yeah.
Oh, you're awake. Good. I have some things to say.
It's my job to feed the dog. He's the one who does yelling.
Why do I always have to feed the dog?
Make him do the thing.
No. All right. So,
Party pooper.
You
as you were climbing up, let's see. How does this go down? Everybody, give me a perception
That's
check.
my neck.
All
I
right.
know what it was.
All right. All right.
All right, all right.
Ah, all right.
12.
18.
Hello?
12.
Dice? Did you bring them?
I did.
Do you need some?
No,
I've
I
got
did
some.
it. No, you're cursed ass shit. No thanks.
Oh, yeah. We've cursed them multiple times with middling results.
Oh, dick. Okay. Perception?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 17.
17, 18. What did you get?
11.
11.
Jeez, you rolled an
Yeah.
8.
18.
I'm
You
very
get terrible.
perceptive.
Right?
Oh,
I like
take it back.
things,
All right.
information.
So, Jorvin,
Big.
it seems a little bit out of place,
Go independently.
but you, this is not your favorite? This is your favorite territory, right?
Well, the
Mountain?
forest is.
Oh, the
but
forest is. Okay, you're in
yeah.
the mountains now.
Yes, well,
The
next.
mountains have forests. I argue.
I grew up in a mountain.
In
That's
a.
Yeah.
Her parents thought
Maybe,
the end of the world was coming. They locked her in a mountain for 15 years.
Dude, your parents have
I
a
found-
mountain fort?
I found my dad in a dream on a mountain.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, you're back on a mountain, so maybe
Wait,
your dad will
that's
show.
not true.
Yeah.
Rum.
What do you mean? What?
It was
That
mom and
wasn't.
me.
That game wasn't about your dad.
It was about.
Wasn't it?
It's about your fairy.
And your mom was
You
there.
didn't find a dad in a mountain.
Did none of us? I don't think any of us ended up being your actual dad.
No.
No, Eric was the dad.
Was it? Oh,
Chad
that's
voted on
right.
it.
But I did find my dad on a mountain.
Colin.
Not in a mountain.
On a mountain.
And you didn't find him there. You met him.
Okay, fine. All right.
Are you my
daddy? Stumble across a man and go, "Are you my dad?"
Actually,
now that you mention it,
I think I just might be.
Okay, I found out who my dad was on a mountain.
that's true.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And
In
then
a blood
soon
ritual.
showed up and
In a
fucked
dream.
everything.
And you didn't get your fairy.
That seems targeted and mean.
Ghost.
There's a ghost.
Ghost.
You notice above you, creeping
Legalize
along.
weed in Canada.
Speaking of Lindsay,
We're in Canada.
I know.
Let's rein it in, everybody. So we got 3 episodes left. Let's rein it in. All right. So you look above you and you see kind of like creeping, almost panther-like along a ledge above you. You see a knoll. And it has kind of wild red eyes, and there's blood streaked through its mane, and it's carrying a jagged bone axe with a wooden handle, and you see it peeking over the ledge down towards you, and it begins to hunch up and kind of coil, right? And just at that moment, an arrow flies from up above you, that someplace that you weren't paying attention to, and hits him right through the neck, and he gives this wet cough and tumbles down the side of the mountain and lands right next to
check
you.
both my hands, like, did I do that?
You look over at Alton, and I've got my bow on my back, and I'm like,
And you see 2 elves, 2 very pale elves with silver hair up on a different ridge up above you. And it looks like maybe they're just off of the trail as the trail winds up. And you manage to make out one of the elves, looks at the other one, and he says, "Well, Orcris, that was sloppy. Now you've killed it." And the other elf looks at him, looks at his compatriot, and says, "I can't help it, Balvalor. The wind took my arrow." "Well, Orcris, you should learn to read the wind, shouldn't you?"
Oh, shade.
And then they sort of just like look down at you and give a little nod and kind of like hoist their bows, very casually, kind of like knock new arrows in their bows and look down at you.
I in my most broken Elvish possible, I will yell up, "Thank you!"
Wait, that seems like something you did.
yeah, I was like,
Well, they're looking at us. They obviously have a beat on us. We should thank them for killing this weird hyena creature that was about to...
I would just say that the sort of syntax in Elven is a very tonally dense language.
Okay.
So
Everyone wait until I get my pompous friend to thank you in proper Elvish.
You have a pompous friend?
Oh, several.
We'll be right down.
Or don't be. Did I understand any of that? What did you do?
I would never, venture out and start, spouting out in Gnomish. I don't know the language.
What? Oh no, that was all said in common.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you said thank you in Elvish.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I failed miserably.
So we heard that we are. So do we have to act like pompous friends now?
No, just him.
All
You
right.
said several.
It was a joke.
And you think they
Performance has
understood
never
that
been
joke?
my thing, but if you wish me to attempt to be pompous, I'll put on the show. I guess.
Oh yes. I'm sure it
So
would be quite hard.
as you're discussing the proper way to present yourselves as sufficiently pompous,
I shuffle off some of the dust.
I'll cast prestidigitation on you and clean
excellent.
you off. I'll see you trying to brush it off, and I'm just like.
let's see.
We'll never be good enough.
Yeah, I minor illusion on it.
It takes them about 4 rounds to get down there. How clean do you think you can get him in 4 rounds?
In 4 rounds?
Yeah, 4 castings
Wait,
of prestidigitation. How clean do you think you can get Jorvin?
Oh, I would say
I'll look like
one
Two-Face,
for
and
the
you just got, like,
he's
half of
small, one for the torso, one for the head,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so one for arms, one for legs. Good to go.
But on
He's
the
not
front side-
really clean. He's just prestidigitate. He's magic clean.
He's
No, it
magic
actually
clean.
cleans him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It actually cleans him.
Oh, it really does?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So you see these 2 elves. They are dressed all in shades of gray. They appear to be wearing fine wool. And like I said, they have long silver hair, very pale faces. They're both carrying bows. They each have a short sword. And they look suspiciously, I mean, I don't know if it's suspicious or not. I'm not going to put those words in.
Everything's suspicious, man.
But they look identical.
Okay.
They look like
Oh my
identical
God.
twin brothers, if you had to guess.
Fred and George.
Oh my god, I just learned the German word for twins. Do you know?
Zwilling.
Zwilling?
Zwilling.
Zwillinge?
Zwillinge.
And that's twins? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Isn't that right, SF Giants 49er?
Oh, well, I already told everyone this. New,
can't
new
wait to-
German phrase. Mein Bein,
Mein Bein.
which means my leg. It's just really fun.
Yes.
It'd be super fun to go to Germany and just scream that.
And then your leg is Dein Bein. It's just really fun.
Your leg is a scarier thing to yell. Because you don't feel anything, and then someone yells at it, and you're like, oh no. What has happened?
So they address Jorvin to begin with, although they keep an eye on Alton, and they say, "Hail and well met, travelers. You seem to be lost. Certainly a long way away from anything."
We're not lost, we're on a mission.
Yes, we are making our way up to the top of the peak. We seek war winds.
And you see them exchange sort of like a guarded glance, and they go, "Oh, what business do you have at the top of Mount?" No.
Can I do an insight check on that exchange?
Sure.
Yeah. We seek trade. It's simple enough. We have something we believe he might want,
16.
and he has something that we might want.
So with a 16, you can tell that, like, just they're just somewhat leery of you, I mean, they have decided to come down and talk to you because you have a half-elf and,
You've saved our ass
and
so many
you've
times.
Which is
had,
weird because elves hate me more than anyone else.
and because you've openly been hailed. It wasn't like, when they shot that guy that you instantly ducked down and started firing at them or anything like that. But you can tell that,
We probably should have been startled.
like they look, when you say, you have business at the top of the peak. And I'm sorry, what else did you say?
I said that we seek war winds.
Yeah, as soon as you say Warwind, that's when they both kind of like look at each other like, they know something that, more than most people do.
Do you know of Warwind and where he resides?
Oh yes. Yes. Warwind is doing a project for us.
Ah, phenomenal.
What sort of trade matters do you bring before him?
Well, there is something that we seek for the Tower of Prophecy.
The Tower of Heavens
Tower, yeah, there we go.
needs some books that Warwind might have, and we have something that apparently we were told by the Druid Derwith that might be of equal value in trade.
I see. So you are on a sort of diplomatic mission on behalf of the Tower of the Heavens.
Correct.
Yes.
Very well. Well,
And I guess Derwith as well.
Yeah.
if you promise to behave yourselves, then perhaps we shall have no problems here. I do have to inquire. Where did you find that bow? How did you come by it?
We ran into the green traders. We helped them out with a spot of trouble with a creature they called.
You ran into the green traders and then helped them out. That's not...
Well, they were in a bit of a bind with some creature they called the Waste Lady. we dispatched that. We were all 4 of us inducted into their clan, and this bow was.
It's been quite a time in this force, I must say.
Yes.
We made many
You were
friends.
inducted, you became members of the Green Treader clan.
Well,
Oh, did I?
at least
Yeah.
well
You have the
enough
tattoo.
friends.
Oh, I do have the tattoo. Oh, see?
Well, you are more capable than your first appearance may provide. Yes,
What
well,
the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, we're a scrappy bunch.
We look exactly as capable as we are.
I don't. I specifically undersell that so people don't expect it's part of.
Strum like puffs out her plumage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
I also do that.
perhaps we
I let
spoke out of
like
turn.
a slight wheezing cough.
I mean, I'm a little tired, and maybe there are circles under my eyes, but that don't mean that I'm incapable.
Also, you were petrified for a good bit of time, so the fact that you're up and about it speaks highly to your stamina.
That's
Yes, I'm
right.
still recovering from my death as well.
I'm not sure we need to share every personal detail with these absolute strangers.
You want to know what all my tattoos mean?
I don't know. I
These
just
green
seem to
shredders.
trust him.
I got this at the Tower of the Heavens. New one.
Wow, very well. Well, excuse my brother. He sometimes speaks his mind out of turn and is not the most diplomatic of the two of us. Very good. Well, it's only an hour more if you can travel swiftly here in the hills.
Yes.
Very good. Well, follow us.
May I inquire about your names?
Yes. I am Orcris, and this is Balavor Greywind.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet you. Alton Newberry.
Are you twins?
We are twins, yes.
Balavir what?
Balavar Greywind. Orcris and
Do we
I'm
know
sorry,
a Grey Wind?
Balvalor. Orcris and Balvalor.
They were part of the same. We never dealt with them specifically, but when we were in the Ironkeep dealing with the dwarves, the wife, the husband, and the son,
The Axe Binders.
the axe binders, they were also part of that group.
Both of these twins.
Of the Grey Ones?
Yeah, the Grey Winds were part of, there was an adventuring party that was the Axe Binders and the Grey Winds, and then I think 1 or 2 else.
How the fuck do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm the worst memory.
Well, he's a doppelganger, so they have a lot.
Oh my
He remembers
god.
twice as much. When he takes on the form of the DM, he gains all of the DM's knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
Dr. Faust Painting Clinic gives a reroll. Wait, I already did that part of it.
No,
Yes.
you didn't.
To me.
Yeah, you
Oh,
already
yeah,
took
you
that.
did.
RJ Canuck sends their rerolls, double up rerolls, to Eric and Havana.
Thank you, RJ.
Woot woot. That's for you. And Beetaluth sends a reroll also to Havana Mahoney.
Are these all for me?
Well,
Those are yours.
Wait,
You
you do not have,
I believe
do you not
three.
have any so
I don't have any.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Come on, chat.
All right. So an hour further, and you reach not the absolute peak of Mount Hotno, but you reach the northwest side of the mountain.
I spend that time trying to shore them up, though. Like, I ask them questions that I think would give me good insight into their character.
Okay.
Like, what do they think of owls? Stuff like that.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a good question. They're like, owls. Owls are some of the most insipid creatures in the entire forest.
I like these guys.
If you see an owl, you shouldn't shoot
Say
it,
something.
No.
but try to lure it close and then give it a good choke.
Yeah. These guys are just stand-up folk.
Important question. Butts. Are theirs good?
Oh, yes.
Roll for butts.
I don't have to
Do they
roll.
matter?
They have superb butts.
I assume they would.
Those are some grade A Greywind butts.
Great A. Great
It's all the walking up and down the mountains.
Yeah, Greywind glutes.
Ah.
They're known for
Butt busters.
All right. Toy. How much? My question for you is during this chit chat that you make. How much do you let on about your travels?
As Not
like they're
not
going to
more than
ask
we
some
need to.
questions like, so how did you get to the Tower of the Heavens, and what brought you to the Green Treaders?
We will tell them about. I'll talk about the boat and some of the jelly people. Like I'll brag a little bit about like some of the stuff that we fought.
Okay.
I will not talk about specifically the weird demon thing.
Okay.
That we fought in the Tower of the Heavens, nor do I bring up Lurg, just because that's a personal.
Thank you.
That's a personal thing.
Yes, it's not your story to tell.
There's no Lurg.
And it was at that point that the fairies, so enamored with our saving them, transported us. It's just being a hero. You get these.
I would bring up the Grand Druid dying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We will, that. But I will keep the star out of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Star stays away.
Not a lot of people can defeat one ghost spider, let alone two.
What specifically do you say about Varden Greycloak? Paper rhyming.
P.A. Perry. You gotta stop that.
Thanks for the bits.
Can I do any sort of Can I do like a history check to maybe see if there's any sort of bardic lore about like the Greywind family?
Sure.
Wait, did we meet up with another Greywind at one point?
Not yet.
Okay.
In a different session.
I trust everything that Eric
17
says.
plus 5, so 22.
22. All right. So you don't necessarily specifically know about the Grey Winds in particular, right? But you do recognize these elves as silver elves. And as you may recall from session 0, the elves are beginning to many of the different tribes of elves are beginning to migrate across the sea. And so the silver elves were some of the first ones to have left. And they're sort of considered to be the most or some of the oldest lines of elves.
Moon
right?
elves and silver elves are the same thing, right?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. And so they're known for very ancient, ritual magic, and they're also known for their superb skill with a bow and with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not like they have excellent hunting and tracking skills.
Okay.
They don't so much. They're a nomadic tribe of elves, and maybe that's one of the reasons that they were the first to begin to leave the Sword Coast. So that's what you know. Mm-hmm. All right.
So about Varden, I tell him, that was the reason we basically all met is, and I know it spurred a lot of things, is how Varden Greycloak died. And it changed everything. And I really think that that's the reason, we're all here.
Ah,
yes.
You're here to confirm Varden's passing? We can largely confirm Varden's passing.
Originally, yes. I mean, these two set out, and then the four of us all together were brought in by the Lady of Igerstor to investigate the disappearance and, and go to the Tower of Heavens and deal with some
anomalies.
Yeah, anomalies
Yes,
along the way.
Yes, there was also mention of
Humans always have their nose in someone else's business.
Well,
It's
now
so annoying.
we're all invested in the Ironwoods and restoring the Ironwood. We've just become a bit invested.
Well, that is certainly a tall task indeed. We don't see a bright future for the Ironwood.
Right, but
With Varden Greycloak's passing, let's be honest, the touch of the Great Druid was firm and strong. And for the forest to be revived now and embroiled in chaos as it is,
Yeah, I mean,
it's truly sad what they're doing to the Great Circle of Iron.
perhaps.
who's they? What?
It was the various lumbermen.
Oh yes, perhaps Derwith could withstand, think of something, but at the moment he's stumped.
Oh.
Hot diggity.
Proud of that one, are we? Looking right off into the void of a dark circle, are we?
I'm
Right
generally
now,
pleased by
making
it.
eye contact with something we
Yes.
can't see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if
Oh,
there's
don't we?
one thing I can tell you over the many centuries that I have lived, and I'm certain my brother will concur, it's that some types of change are inevitable, and you must simply let go of that which its time has come to pass.
Well, is there any way to ease the forest into the kind of next step of its evolution? Other than, it seems
Perhaps, yeah.
the chaos that grips it is a bit.
Not to arrest the fall, but to slow the fall. So less of a crash.
Yeah.
We've met plenty of good elves and people and good dwarves, good minotaurs. Just, in this forest.
Did I ever tell you about that time I killed a minotaur in single combat?
Single combat right away, actually.
Untouched. Didn't get a hit on him.
But we've met wonderful people, and it'd be so sad to
I
see
made an
their
excellent
entire
soup.
culture disappear. Also,
I don't know, Orcris, can you think of anything? I can't think of anything, Balavar.
isn't your name Balvalor?
Yes, it is
Balvalor?
Balvalar. Thank you.
Balvalor? Yeah.
Yes, I wrote it down, but I haven't been looking at the sheet.
Oh,
have I?
no.
Balvalar. Yes. I'm afraid that the time of the Ironwood is over, and it is beginning a new cycle. And who's to say? It could be shaped from here on out. It could be taken in a different direction, but the days of the Ironwood itself are dwindling.
What about the spider hunt?
The spider haunt. Well, yes, that is the original grove of Varden Greycloak. It is one of the few areas in the forest which has largely been untouched by the lumbermen and the attendant chaos of the arisen servitors. Yes, it is.
So it's doing all right?
Well, it has fallen into grim times. There's the circle where Varden used to commune with the wood has now been infused with some sort of malevolent energy and has become the circle of shadows.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, so maybe it's not doing the best that it could be.
No, it is the spider haunt. It always was a bit of a place where the veil between the planes was thin.
I guess I always thought of it as some place that was nice.
I assure you, in the days when Varden Greycloak was still alive, it was a beautiful, verdant place. In fact, it was the site of the last conclave of all the druids in the forest, which also makes it a bit of a gravestone.
I'm a druid myself.
Ah. And do you have designs to try and exert your control over the forest?
What? No.
To assume stewardship of the Ironwood.
Is that something I could do?
Well, any druid could try. I suspect the chaos that's been unleashed is far too much for any one druid to try and wrangle. But you are a hearty specimen of a druid, if we do say so ourselves.
Are you saying she's not worthy?
Wait, are you saying I'm not worthy? Strong.
What?
I believe what he's saying is that perhaps no one would be worthy, but if he were to, put his money on someone, he would choose you.
I'm suggesting it would take maybe a dozen such people as worthy as yourself to even begin to tame the minotaurs who have gone feral, to bring the gnolls to the west to heal, to...
When he says
somehow...
that, I'm like measuring myself up against her leg, trying to see if there's 12 of them.
Yes. How does one measure a druid? In gnomes? In minotaurs?
The thing is you guys have never had a woman as your grand druid, so I think you'd be surprised at what we're capable of.
Thank you, Strom.
Oh, you're a woman all this time.
I have a cloaca. I've told you that.
Okay.
That
Do
is
you
canon.
Yes,
Do you think men have cloacas?
I don't know the anatomy of your species.
Well, it's good you did the work to know anything about me.
Well, at the very least, we're glad that you're not a platypus. All right.
Not a playable character?
No, but a platypus also has a cloaca.
Oh. Oh. Why are you glad I'm not one?
Because the biology of platypus gets even weirder. Like, it starts with cloaca and gets absolutely bizarre. They have, like, poison spurs. And,
they're marsupials.
Yeah. It's very odd.
Breathe fire.
Well,
Shit bricks.
we wish you the best of luck in your whatever duty you feel as a druid you must perform. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're here. And as you crest the hill, you see an enormous iron castle rising up from the side of the mountain. It juts out onto sort of a large. It's like two. It's like two parts of the mountain kind of come together, right? So one is this large flat plain, and the thing that you notice about it is, number one, it's made entirely of this dark gray metal. What else did I say?
Is it floating?
It is not floating. No, it is attached to. There's the main slope, and there is another kind of like jagged peak or part of the mountain that kind of intersects with it. But it looks like the top of it has been like sheared off or excavated or whatever. And so you see, the Bailey Wall, and there are. It looks like a central square building beyond the walls and the keep towers, and then there are 4 large towers that rise up in the midst of the walls here. And there's a large amount of scaffolding that surrounds those towers. Those towers are clearly still under construction. It looks like a lot of the main fortifications have largely been finished. But you also notice a strange number of clockwork creatures that are walking up along, hammering on, working on, climbing on, and in fact, as you crest the edge of the ledge of the hill here, or of the mountain, you see a number of cylindrical objects that have buzzing propellers attached to the top of them, and they have like 3 little like metal claws dangling from the bottom, and they're buzzing around, and you see them like zip down into the yard of the keep and pick things up, and then they're zipping them up into the scaffolding and whatnot. You notice several large clockwork figures that look like some sort of golem, maybe, that's about like 10 feet tall. Like it's got the body and torso of a golem, but then it also has like a centaur-like body that comes out behind it, right? So it's almost like an enormous version, like a clockwork version of a centaur. And they're hauling these enormous like bundles of flat steel, right? Of flat iron. They're hauling those around and lifting them up into place.
Is it iron or steel?
Is it iron or steel?
They're different. What's the carbon content?
What's the alloy?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's a number of There's a number of weird like dodecahedrons, like metal dodecahedrons that are probably about like yay big, that have 8 legs, like 8 spider-like legs that are clambering up and down the scaffolding and whatnot.
I'm the only one that saw that.
I missed it.
I didn't see it. Should we bring it up, or do we want to keep it a secret?
It wasn't really anything.
Somebody will clip it.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
Yes, somebody give out Amanda's.
It's hot in here.
And then you see a bunch of.
I'm crying. Like his Amy's
It
crying.
was like if someone were very high and trying to join into the conversation.
Going for it.
We were doing our joke, and she just went, yeah.
But I had nothing to contribute because I don't know anything about like chemical components of metal. So I was just like, we just tack on a solid.
So these are like modrons, or some of them were.
Oh, are they?
So here's the thing.
What'd you
right?
say?
Is like I don't know that modrons are 100% metal. They tend to just be like geometric shapes, but they're sort of like
Weirdly
somewhat flesh-like,
organic,
right? Yeah.
Kyle just wanted to say that because he wanted us to know he knew what modrons were.
I know what modrons are.
I know what they are too.
Yeah, but you didn't bring it up for no reason.
Yeah, but she loves them.
I do love
He
them.
was saying a dodecahedron.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Hexagon platypus.
They are very cool.
So that is a 1. I won't even bother adding anything.
That's fine.
To it. It's just a 1.
So to you, you're unclear. Like, are these sentient creatures at all, or are they just some sort of like mindless kind of golem thing that have been set out on these various tasks? But they don't. They move in very like. They don't. Let me back up. They don't move in very straight patterns, right? They move kind of like with a lot of intent. They move very quickly, and they also kind of like seem to don't necessarily take the most direct route. If they're going to lift something up out of the yard and take it up to one of the other creatures that's working on the tower, they kind of like might buzz a spiral around the tower and then drop it off. Okay. So there is something oddly
chaotic.
I don't want to say chaotic. Okay. It's almost
whimsical.
Slightly whimsical is exactly right. Yes. Yes.
I know things too, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh yeah. Are we doing this?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Their movements. Their movements have a high carbon count.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, is it iron or steel?
So do they?
You also see a number of
ferrite?
creatures that look like a little pyramid, right? Like a little four-sided die.
Yeah.
But they have a set of metal treads on the bottom, right? And they have a band that goes around the middle, like where the material looks like it's just crystal. Like this is all metal, but there would be a band like right through the middle, and you see like a bright kind of like glowing eye that
Illuminati
goes around. But coming out of the top of the
Beyonce's in there.
Coming out of the top of the pyramid is a single jointed metallic like claw or arm, right? And every once in a while,
that's like the tower topper, is what you just described.
Yes, is that the angel on top of the Christmas tree?
Oh no,
oh my god,
not at all. There's a bunch of these that are like just kind of like driving around, and
they're critters.
Yeah, they're critters. And every once in a while, you'll see them like they'll need to reach for something, and you'll see the body of the creature lift up on like metal, kind of like scissor, interlocking scissor
like
legs.
a ladder.
Yeah,
like a scissor lift.
Yeah, like a scissor lift. They'll lift up
That's what I
like
was
5 or 6 feet off the ground and like grab something or whatnot.
Sort of like
so that's what you initially see, and
that's awesome.
And so as you begin to approach the gate, there's one thing that you notice right away is that it doesn't seem like the place is particularly like well patrolled or well armed or anything like that.
Well, but to us, wouldn't it seem like those creatures could like double as defense and?
Certainly, that's possible. Kindness. Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you to PA Perryman and everyone else who's donated or subbed up tonight.
Yeah, what are you doing to us?
Yeah.
Very suspicious.
Well,
I see a whole list.
yeah,
I can't read that far, but
yeah,
I can see it's a long list.
Yeah.
Just because Dom's gone doesn't mean that you can do it.
Dom's here.
Dom's back now.
Oh,
They don't know that.
I thought maybe you couldn't see.
So yes, they could definitely like those creatures.
That shouldn't be that funny.
Those
I
creatures.
just imagine you just being like, yeah, because you're just a big old dummy.
Eric looks over and goes,
He's crying now.
Those creatures definitely could
he's peeing.
potentially double as some sort of like army or something like that. Sure, but like none of them appear to be on lookout, right? Which is that seems strange
I
to you.
mean,
Like if you're
well,
gonna have like a weird golem army,
Yeah.
you'd think some of them like you see a couple people who are kind of like casually,
People?
yeah, actual people, yeah, who are perched up in the towers. You notice that they're gnomes, right?
No.
Warwick.
And they're kind of
You yell out to him.
they don't seem to be like. They don't seem to like to really notice you as you come over the hill, which is kind of what you would expect guards in a tower to be doing, is like being on watch. But like you can tell that one of them is reading a book, right?
Can I see what book?
Not from where you are.
What
no.
the fuck?
Right.
Your eyes come out.
But at this point, Orcris does like produce a small whistle, and he blows into it. But there's no noise that comes out of it. You can't hear
It's
anything.
for dogs.
Ah, it's a fart.
Do I hear
Smell.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does she hear it? From
No.
I'd probably hear it.
And
I have
so
different ears than you guys.
It's true.
They're just holes. I hear everything.
if anybody
point it
can make
slightly.
if anybody can make a DC 25 perception check, I'll let you hear this whistle.
Sure.
Oh, the opposite.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know why I'm rolling. Even if I roll a 20, it's still not
It's probably
25.
brown though. I don't want to hear it.
My perception's 4.
It's
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. So
You got cigar dust all over the table.
Oh no.
Or
so
Pipe weed.
weed.
Orcus looks at you and says, "Well, welcome to the Ironkeep."
What was that thing you just blew?
Oh, it's just a whistle. It's our way of communicating with the warden of the keep.
We can't
We
hear
have to
it.
notify him, of course, that.
Would that be Warwind, or is the warden
No.
somebody else? Oh.
The warden is someone that we've hired,
Wait, I'm
Hired
sorry.
to
Is the
do
Ironkeep
what?
yours?
and
Did we not discuss this on the way up?
what? I mean, we do have a stake in it. We are
You're
investors in it. Yes.
The sponsors.
Yes. One of several
Ah.
What do they call that in Renaissance times?
patrons.
Patrons.
We're patrons of the Ironkeep. Yes, that's correct.
Who else are patrons?
Oh, well, there's Vitha in shrouds.
Yeah, that's why I remember these, because these used to be a donation thing that he would lay out the cards, and then they would affect us in different ways, like intelligent rolls
That's
have,
right.
have advantage now.
Oh yeah.
Those are all the
Is that
Lord,
where I recognize the Greyland?
Lord Stembian Hoach.
yeah, because
Lord Greyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greyland, and there was
That's totally
Orcus.
why.
And she's not here right now, but Lady Brunfrida Ostenhoff. She's off gathering supplies.
I've already forgotten that word. Patron.
Patrons. Mm-hmm.
It's like Patreon, but not.
Patreon.
Here comes the warden now, and behind, like from the other side, around the peak of the mountain, you actually hear it before you see it. There's this like. It must be incredibly loud because, given how far away this thing is, it is making an irritating buzzing noise. And you see a strange metal airship come flying around the corner of the peak of Mount Hopno. It has 2 sets of double-decker wings, so it has a total of 4 wings. There's an enormous prop on the front of it, and it is leaving this trail of black smoke behind it, just this like burning out of these giant front exhaust tubes. And it's fairly long. It's probably 35, 40 feet long. And it comes, like I said, it comes zipping around the peak of the mountain, and then it kind of like comes straight towards you, and on the plain in front of you, it like lands.
Oh my gosh.
And
the Red Baron
stops in front of you, right?
Oh, can I actually help it try to stop, like get in front of it, kind of? How
That'd be
big
a
is
bad
it?
idea.
How
It's
big
got a
is it?
It's
propeller
40
in
feet long.
front.
In front it does? It
It's 40 feet long. It's about 15 feet tall.
Okay.
It looks like it's made out of
spitting swords of death.
It looks like it's made out of the same kind of metal, whatever kind of metal this is that the keep is made out of.
I'm just impressed that they've found another way to travel that's outside of, normal owl usage.
You do see that painted on the front, and now that you get close enough that it like pulls up in front of you, you can see that it has somewhat of an eagle motif, like painted. There's a glass pilot's seat there, and then there's like this beak that's painted onto the weird engine that sits at the front of the craft, right?
Like a giant iron eagle.
and this guy gets out. And he is wearing a long silk scarf. He's got that other John Stewart. Thanks so much for subbing up again. He's got a leather, a leather cap on. He's wearing a very thick wool coat with this beautiful fur fringe around it. He's wearing jodhpurs and high black leather boots, and he has got a rapier hanging off of his hanging off of his belt. And he gets out of this strange arrow ship, whatever it is.
Human or gnome?
He is half-elf.
Interesting.
I don't like him.
And wait till you see his butt.
He says,
flying boots.
Orcris, Balvalor. Yes, Balvalor. Orcris, Balvalor. I did do it to myself. Orcris, Balvalor, I understand we have company.
Yes, you do.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the Ironkeep. What business do you have here at the top of Mount Hotno?
Well, we do want to speak to Warwick, but I personally would love to fly in your Iron Eagle.
That would be a delight. Yes, perhaps when I get her refueled, we may go for a little sightseeing cruise.
Or perhaps we just won't have time. We'll be so busy talking with Warwick and, important things.
What is your problem?
Yeah.
I see how it is. Well, Warwin's a very busy fellow, but if he wants to make time for you, I'm certain he will, assuming, of course, you have something important. I didn't catch your names. I'm sorry, friends.
Jorvin Calcorin, the Badger.
And you can call me Lowstorm.
Oh, Lowstorm? Oh, you're a very tall one for a Lowstorm.
Nice one. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I've never heard that either.
Do you think that's why the shaman named me that?
Oh, I don't. Maybe.
The chieftain?
I've never given it much thought.
Wow.
It's not like clever.
That's very good. Yes. Yes.
How about you, young bird friend?
Strum.
Strum. Smashing. Great to meet you.
Alton Newberry.
Oh. Alton Newberry. Trained at the academy, am I right?
Yes.
He's top boy.
Top boy, eh?
Top boy.
I see.
What if you made an iron airship and made it in the form of a kinku, like our friend here?
Well, I'm afraid this is not something that I've created. No. It is one of Warwent's little work projects.
I'm just saying, a bit of paint, you got yourself a kinku.
The beak sort of looks like mine.
Mm-hmm. Just paint some wings, make it less eagle-y, make it more kinku-y.
Really, just need some red at the base there.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
And I didn't catch your name.
My name, Creighton Sark.
Creighton Sark?
Yes, I'm the warden of the Ironkeep. I am the chief of security here.
Oh. Interesting.
Where's that name from?
We were told by the lady of Igerstor that a band of mercenaries was in the woods, led by a man named Creighton Sark, and that we were to investigate.
But you love that, don't you?
Well, because he's supposed to be a really good swordsman.
That's what I was remembering, was the swordsman part.
Yes,
I must say, your reputation also precedes you.
Oh, really?
Mr. Sark.
Which reputation is that? I've lived so many varied lives.
The lady of Igerstor mentioned you are quite the swordsman.
Well, I do fancy myself a master of the blade, if I do have to say so myself.
I see you picked the right one as well.
Well, yes, I mean, certainly it is one of the more graceful weapons. If one is to deal in death, you might as well do it with a bit of athleticism and not sheer crude cutting power.
I agree. Anyone can swing a bit of iron around, but
It's very
precisely
difficult for me. My
you'll get
bones
there.
are hollow.
I know, but it's more than that.
Well, then
I'll
you
train
should be afraid of maces and morning stars.
I am.
She's afraid of quite a lot of things.
Did you know that Alton knows how to sword fight? He's quite good at sword fighting.
He beat me.
He knows I'm top boy.
He
Is
beat
he
me.
famous enough that I know any songs about him?
That's a
Like,
good,
how famous is he?
good question. He has a little bit of a Robin Hood reputation, right? He is certainly known for, or at least at one point in his career, was known for robbing all kinds of places, but then paying people off to sort of cover his tracks, right? So he would definitely like make friends amongst people who might ordinarily think on him, as it were. And so for that reason, he is a little bit sort of beloved. But also you definitely have the impression now meeting him in person that there's definitely big parts of his reputation that he has very carefully cultivated, and there may be more, there may be more fiction than fact in those stories.
But would there be like a song because of that, or is it sort of just like in his area he's known, or
Give
like...
me a history check.
Okay.
If you get
'Cause the Bard College is pretty far from here.
Right,
yeah.
I would think that's a 16.
Yes. The famous song Sark and the
14,
Sack.
a 14.
14. You know a song where he's mentioned, but the song isn't about him,
What's it about?
right? Well, so it's about an ogre who keeps on fighting, like basically like an ogre with troll-like powers, right? And so this series of swordsmen come along and fight this ogre, and they keep getting defeated by the ogre because the ogre keeps regenerating. And one of the swordsmen is described as fighting like Creighton Sark.
Okay.
Oh, he's got his own style.
He does have his own style, yes.
Oh, good style.
Good style. Before I summon Warwent, what is your business with him? He's a very busy man, as I'm sure Orcris and Balvalor have informed you. We have quite a bit of work to do yet on the keep.
Specifically trade.
Yes.
We were on a mission from the Tower of the Heavens. They're looking for a few books that Warrant has, and they gave us something that they feel is of equal value.
Mm-hmm. Can you be more specific about
If you
what
tell
that-
him we're looking for the BOP and then wink, he'll know what we're saying.
The Bob?
The Bop.
The Bob?
Yes, the Bop. You know. Wait, what's the Bop?
We're looking for something called a book of prophecy. We don't. I mean, it's just.
Oh, come on! I was trying to do a
I
little secret
understand,
thing.
but I think.
Oh, are
it's
we
just-
being are we being upfront about everything? Anyway, we're looking for the Book of Prophecy. We have a star. Also, he's good at hugging.
Oh, well, all right.
Good
That,
advice.
uh,
And I'm
that-
looking for a fairy, and this bird is more than she looks.
I also want to fly in your eagle machine.
And we want it to look like a kinky now. There. That's
well,
about everything.
You've hit upon it. It's called the Burning Eagle. That's what
Ow!
I've named her.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Why would you light a bird on fire?
I call her that because of the amount of smoke and fire that...
I mean, if it were Burning Eagle, I would just call it a phoenix. But that's just me. I mean, it's if you're looking for notes.
Oh, yes. I don't recall asking for notes.
That's fine.
No, you didn't. You didn't ask for it.
All right.
But we have notes on
Besides the
painting
hugging, he's
and
also
Janae.
great at notes. He's always got so many
Giving,
of
not
them.
taking.
Yes,
Not
your flying machine is so very cool, but we each have ways of how to improve
That
on
is,
it.
we've never seen anything like that. That is amazing. Also, we have notes.
Very good. Well, follow me, please. And he leads you to the Ironkeep.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna here for
he has you wait in the outer bailey, by one of the towers of the outer bailey, and he it's kind of funny because he sort of gives a little clap and says, Bottix 9, come here.
His name is Buttocks?
He's saying Bottix with an O.
I still laugh uncontrollably.
That's fine. And so
So
one
you
of
start laughing and Strum doesn't really get the joke, but just mimics your...
Oh, Buttocks.
Oh, Buttocks.
Oh, did you name all the robots Buttocks?
No, his name is Bottix. Bottix.
Yes, Buttocks.
Bottix.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
Thanks, Tom.
There's one named Arse. There's one named Popo.
Arse and Popo.
And there's one named Double Buns.
Well, we just came from Cum Serpent, so you know.
None of that is true.
What is Popo?
Popo.
Isn't that just please?
No, it doesn't sound like the police when you say it nice.
Your Po in German means your bottom.
Really?
Your
How
butt.
spell that?
I believe it's just P-O.
Oh, they're never going to teach me that on Duolingo.
They
Well,
teach
there you
some
go.
Weird things on
That was the first thing I learned.
Welcome to it. So he refers to this creature as Bottix 9, and it runs its treads over to you, and he says, "Fetch our friends some water, wine. What do you prefer here?
Water.
Wine, of
funny.
course. Yes. Fetch us some water and some wine for our guests. While I do some business." And with that, he sort of he goes off into. Now, when you look into the courtyard, because like the other thing about this is you don't have to there's not like a portcullis that gets lifted. There's not gates that get open. Like you literally walk right into through the outer bailey, and you can see into the keep itself. And there are any number of various pieces of construction, like literal equipment that you yourselves, your characters would probably have never seen before. But there's like a steam scoop shovel. There is a large metal crane that is set up. You can distinctly hear the sound of a large saw blade that sounds like it's sawing through some sort of wood or something like that. There's a lot of activity, but it's all kind of spread out here inside the courtyard and whatnot. So the place is in a little bit of a state of disarray. And he trots off towards the main part of the keep, and Orcris and Balvalor sort of give a nod, and they say, "Well, if there's anything you need, you can simply refer to one of the servitors. We have to continue our patrol." And so they turn and they sort of take off back down the mountain. So it's not more than 10 minutes that go by. You have some wine and some water, and then they bring you some grapes. And the two of you recognize these as a fairly exotic variety of grapes that grow specifically at high altitudes, right? So it's almost kind of like a comfort food for you to have these. They're startlingly blue. There's almost like a fluorescent blue ice cube, right? Each of these little things, and so you have a little something to eat. It is also kind of like noon and whatnot, and you have some water and some wine, and then suddenly from the inside of the tower comes Creighton, and he's accompanied by two figures. One is this very tall, probably 7 foot tall, robed figure wearing all many multiple black robes, right? extremely thin for how tall they are, just extraordinarily like rail thin, and just all of their flesh seems to be covered by some sort of wrap. You're not sure what, but you don't
It's
really.
a mummy?
You don't really. Well, it's hard to tell because because of the way that their hood, the robes droop down over their face and things like that. But yeah, they're wearing some sort of like not gloves, but like wraps around their long. They have very long fingers and kind of almost paddle-like hands.
Without skipping a beat, I'm hail and well met.
Right. So the third figure who's with them is a purple gnome.
I think that long. I think it might be Gothius, maybe.
Oh my god.
Is a purple
What?
gnome who is on the large side. So, gnomes are normally small-sized creatures, right? This gnome is medium-sized. It's about the size of a normal human man. And he's walking on these ornate metal stilts. So that makes him even taller. That makes him almost like 7 or 8 feet tall. Almost like a full head taller than the 7
He
foot
is extra.
tall creature that you spotted. And he like towers over Creighton. He wears a combination of like leather and metal kind of girdle or harness around his waist, and you can tell that there are 4 arms attached to this harness that basically like give him like 6 arms total.
Oh,
right?
Doc Ock here.
Yeah, right. Is this Warwick?
And then on top of it,
Fascinating.
he has this strange
So
headpiece that is 3 different sets of spectacles and 5 different types of monocles that are continually like shifting up against his eyes and like oscillating. So like some of them align, and then one of them will rotate out, and then another pair will come in, and then one will go on top of that, and then that pair will lift out and
it's the fucking Willy Wonka of the Iron Keep.
it's very complicated.
He's from space. So.
Is he? He is?
And he wears a small purple bowler that looks like it's made out of velvet. And he comes tromping out. And he says, "I'm so glad to meet you. I'm Warren Jorvin. Sorry about the class. Lowstorm, Alton, Strum. Oh, you're a bit smaller than I expected to meet, but it's good to see you."
Well, you're a bit bigger than we expected.
Oh,
lot bigger.
I apologize. And he like manipulates some sort of either valves or switches or something like that, and all of a sudden the whole thing folds down, collapses, and he sort of like emerges from it. And he's, more of a normal size than the rest of you. It did seem polite to tower over people, I guess. I've been up here so long. Forgive my manners, it's not...
Can I... You seem very aware of us.
Well, I was briefed by Creighton. I was told your names, so I... Yes, it's nice to see you. I understand that you have something for me, yes? I have something, the sage, the high sage, Shalfie sent to you, yes?
Yes.
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 So, you...
Well, you have it.
You have the star?
Oh, yeah, has it fucked him up? Wasn't it fucking him up?
It gave him a sunburn on his back, right?
Yeah.
And you notice that like now your sunburn like on that side has probably become like a 2nd degree burn.
Yeah.
So you have some like
Jesus.
blisters and stuff, right?
Ew. You're just like the witch in the cave.
And he takes out this giant pair of tongs and like lifts the
Where did he pull the tongs from?
Oh, he's got this tool belt that like will not stop, right? Oh, I forgot.
That tool belt will not stop.
There's one other thing I forgot to mention besides the spectacles and whatnot. He's wearing a utilikilt.
Oh, of course he is.
Of course he
Could
is.
we all see his wang then when he was up on the stilts? I could.
Can I use my hero's
Small.
favor
I
to
can't.
see his
Radiation shrunk it. I think we saw it.
So he takes it and he reaches. He's got a variety of pouches on his little
Roll
utility
away.
belt, and he pulls out some sort of small metal box and he holds it up and then he puts it away and then he says, Botix, 13, come here. Take this to the vault. And thing extracts like a weird little claw hand and picks up the bag and then turns and begins rolling towards the Iron Keep.
Well, wait, before you put it in your vault, can I get it? Maybe we should see the thing you're giving us.
I'm sorry. I'm excited. I was expecting it sooner for whatever reason.
Wait,
What?
how long enough are you expecting this?
Yeah, we only knew about your existence 2 days ago.
Well, they heard the boom.
Oh, yeah. And you just expected it to end up here?
Well, I mean that's part of the prophecy. Huh?
Oh,
Is it?
Can you
No,
show us the books where
it's
the
not.
prophecy resides?
in the books that they have, because they only went up to the point of the star falling, and he has the other books. That's how you know us.
I would not have presumed to have read the books of prophecy. The books of prophecy can only be read one way. Once you turn the page,
Yes,
then it's over.
but those events have happened now, so you've known about what we've done up to this point.
Okay. Oh, you're smart. Yes, I read the books. I'm sorry. I couldn't have not the whole
they're
book.
worthless.
Not the whole book. No. I read the part that I was supposed to do, and it has happened.
How do you know what you were supposed to, up to the part where you were supposed to? How do you know where you were supposed to? Were you given instructions?
He was probably read up to the moment when he met us just now.
I want to be upfront with everybody. I'm confused.
The books of prophecy
Yes,
are, as you read them,
you've lost me.
Eating, Jorvin.
The book has words in it. Those words form a sentence, like I'm talking
you know
to
when
you now.
when you look in a trail and you can see who's been there. It's like that, but with words on a page.
Ah.
And the trail leads to the future.
Yes, it's like looking at a trail and not seeing who has been there, but who's going to go.
My eyes look like just through you.
Eat some grapes.
Mmm.
So, I'm sorry. I am excited. I have a lot of work to do on this. Maybe it will be my masterpiece. I don't know. But let's pay you. Let's pay you. Vita. And you see this 7 foot tall.
Everybody's 7 feet tall. Everybody's so fucking tall.
How tall
You're
are
still
you?
like you're like
tall.
9 feet tall, so you're still
Am I
towering
right?
over
Yeah.
everybody.
I'm pretty tall.
And so this being, or whatever it is, steps forward and gives kind of like a dissatisfied hiss, maybe.
Oh God.
And Warwin says,
You can mimic that, right?
Vita,
I don't think I want to.
Vita, you know, you owe a debt.
Whoa.
This is part of our arrangement. And Vita gives another kind of like dissatisfied hiss.
VETHA.
VIITHA.
And that's the
The mummy.
That's the very, very skinny, very tall, emaciated mummy type
So
creature.
not Gothias, probably. But
Complete.
maybe.
Eric's getting in my head, Tom.
I'm sorry if I'm trying to tie together
and it
the lore.
You're just helping. Tall with his GM prep.
and so it turns and it traces a complex series of runes in the air that sort of light up with like a luminescent blue radiance, right? And you hear this this odd noise, kind of like a wow, 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 and all of a sudden there is a line of blue light that goes like this, like just starts from a point and kind of expands, and then it turns into a perfect flat rectangle, and then that drops down and forms a perfect block, like rectangular block, and all of a sudden inside that rectangular block you see a very old brass chest, right? That has bands of leather wrapped around it, and the creature just sort of like gestures at it like this, and the chest slides in front of it, and then it speaks some words that you don't. Does anybody speak Infernal?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Speak some words that you don't recognize, and the two hasps on the leather chest.
Can I make an intelligence check at least on, because we did hear Infernal when that thing spoke to us in the tower.
Sure.
To at least recognize it as Infernal?
Sure.
Yeah, and one of the magical Underdwarf guys spoke Infernal.
Oh,
it was only a 6, so.
Yeah, this creature is speaking in or using arcane phrases that are probably beyond you, and so whether it's infernal or whether it's just a word of magical power that you don't recognize, that's really just blends together. At any rate, the chest unseals. You hear like tss, and the top creaks open, and then it goes like this, and you see Tensor's floating disc bisect the chest and begin to rise out, and laying on the Tensor's floating disc are 24 volumes, black leather volumes, the next set of the books of prophecy.
Oh, jeez.
There's 24 of them?
Mm-hmm.
A lot
It's
of
like
prophecy.
a fucking almanac? Not an almanac.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Britannica.
And the floating disc floats in front of you, and then it begins to shimmer, and it solidifies into a satin blanket, right?
What
a
does-
circular satin blanket. The Tensor's floating disc, the magical disc of force that this thing is levitating, floating around on. Suddenly, it transforms into a perfectly circular satin blanket, and it gently floats to the ground, and then the blanket wraps itself around the books of
And
prophecy.
Vitha didn't want to hand that stuff over.
And then Vitha just goes like this, and within probably 2 seconds, the chest, bam, slams closed, the hasps close, it slides back into the rectangular block of force, and the whole thing is gone.
Pocket dimension.
Well, that was cool.
Beef is a little bit dramatic. Don't let it go to your head. So you have been paid. I have many things to do, but it is the afternoon. You have been traveling for a long time, I'm sure. Please be my guests tonight here at the Ironkeep. We will make a dinner, and you are my guests. What?
It's been a while since I've been in a full kitchen.
You know,
And the last time I was, they ruined my soup.
Brunfrida normally runs the kitchen, but she is not currently at the keep. If you would like to take over.
Oh.
She's gathering supplies.
I'm initially suspicious.
Can I also that wonderful party trick? How heavy is that going to be for us to carry?
Well, have you tried to pick it up yet?
And suddenly you
Wow.
hear from inside,
Attitude.
inside this mass of robes, you hear, the blanket should provide
some assistance.
Oh my Jesus God.
Fantastic. Thank
No.
And you
pass.
pick it up, and it's like the whole thing weighs about like 4 pounds, which is not what you expect, right? Like, yeah, you can literally like swing it over your shoulder.
Oh my God! Put a little stick in there. Oh my God!
Attach it to my rapier.
Yeah.
Presh, you can't use that rapier now.
I feel obligated to warn you
Yes?
that the books once read cannot be reread.
Well,
So we should not read them.
I wasn't planning to.
Yeah, it's for Shelfie
no.
anyway.
Yeah.
They got it under wraps.
Warwind.
No offense.
Warwind ahead and read them, didn't he?
Ooh,
That's-
wordplay.
That's good.
Yes,
That's good wordplay.
those pages can never be turned again.
How many of those pages Warwind? How many of them?
I just read as much as I needed to get the star.
But how did you know how much you needed to read?
I read until there was the star.
How did
How'd
you
you
even
know
know
the
that?
star?
That you were bound to get the star?
Because he read up to the point where it said, and then Alton, Jorvin, Lowstorm, and Strum
Strum.
walked up and gave me the star.
I
Right,
think what
but-
you're admitting to is being selfish.
But why do you even need the star?
I have to say the only reason I am still alive is because I have a very strong instinct for self-preservation.
Here, here.
I
knew
can
you'd agree
appreciate
with me.
that.
Well, Jorvin's never read a book and he's alive.
That's true.
That's a combination of luck and skill.
I don't think you needed to read the prophecy to continue to survive.
Well,
It's not for you.
It was the only way that I could be sure that my life's work would come to fruition.
Is that the most important thing? That you know for certain it's going to work? Everyone else just has to put one foot in front of the other and see if they make it or not. Why are you so special, so important?
Well, look around. Look at all of the creatures that I have assembled here. Literally assembled here. Look at all of the powerful creatures of skill and influence and money I have gathered behind me for this endeavor. You can't just go about something like this willy-nilly.
Well, Mr. Warwent, I think I will be writing a song about you in the future, but it will be about your greed and selfishness and blindness.
while Lowstorm and Strum are yelling at
I'm not yelling. Strum's
are
not yelling.
arguing with you are essentially like
Admonishing.
you're giving him some like lashing for reading the books and
Okay,
everything
which
else.
is not the same as yelling.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
God
like.
damn.
Never mind.
God, you are Eric today.
Wait, but why?
I just want to be I want to like just check in with Vitha. She seems kind of I'm like, so how's your day been? Like, what's
Oh.
Are you joining us for dinner? What's
I cleaned him. He smells fine.
What have you been gathering in the woods?
mainly mushrooms.
What have you been gathering in the cave?
Oh, and I pull out that one mushroom that I took from the cave.
Jasper's Cape.
Oh, is that what it is? I haven't seen this one before.
Perhaps my apprentice could help you distill that.
Ooh.
It is exceedingly rare.
Well, that's good to know. Excellent, thank you.
What was the name of the
Anyway.
poisoner?
The what?
The poisoner?
The poisoner.
I'm forgetting his name. not
Gingy.
Vitha.
Gingy.
I'm just taking, a general consensus. Is there anything particular you were feeling for dinner tonight?
I do not require material sustenance.
Ah, one of those. Okay.
I should
Neither do
warn
I.
you, there are many creatures who would wish to know the future. There are many creatures who would kill for the books which you currently possess.
Well, I'm not really looking at the future. I'm just
no,
trying to
you're telling-
gauge what people want for dinner, mainly.
You are, in a sense,
believe-
looking toward the future, but you are right. That is not what I mean.
I believe what they are trying to tell us is that our way back may be as treacherous, or if not more treacherous, than our way here.
You know what that means? We can always ask to borrow one of their iron eagles. Just saying.
And Creighton Soccer's like, no, I'm afraid that's mine, old chap.
And I look Creighton in the eye and pull. I'm like, as I got a hero's favor, mother effer.
Oh yeah.
How about I'll do you for it.
You'll duel me for the burning eagle.
He doesn't own it. You said that already. It's not his.
Well, it is mine. It's part of my payment. I said Warwind built it.
We
Sorry.
got out and you said, it's not mine. Straight up.
I
Roll the tape.
apologize if I misled you. It is mine. It is one of my perks for being the warden here of the Iron.
It's like a company car. It's not your car.
Warwind, if I best this young man in a duel, can I take whatever I want?
Wait, hold on.
And Warwind is like, I don't know that that's a good idea, Creighton, but it's up to Alton what he wants to put on the line.
You keep those books of prophecy out of your duel. Although I do think you're going to win. I think it's going to be great, but you keep those books of prophecy. They're not yours.
Me too. I will not be a part of any bets anymore.
Let me assure you, I do not, for one, wish to know the future. I do not wish to know how or when I shall meet my demise, and surely anyone who reads those books will eventually come to that passage. No, let's make this sporting, yes? Not such life and death consequences. A duel, perhaps for that bow of yours.
Alright.
And an airship? A bow versus an airship?
Oh, well, this is no ordinary bow.
No,
This
it is
a green treader's bow. A bow of exquisite craftsmanship.
I don't
bow
know.
Of
want that
potentially
ship?
unlimited power.
I think the ship would be an excellent addition to our inventory, but giving up that bow,
We were going to give it away anyways. The fact that I still have it is a bonus.
Oh, okay. Well, that decision's up to you. I would not be the one to tell you to give up such an item.
I was top boy.
You were top boy.
Well, yes. Let's duel
Yes.
my arrowship versus your bow, and the winner shall be definitively top boy.
Oh, you might lose your title there, Alton.
Yeah, and if I lose it, I wasn't worthy.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're on the same page, mate.
And if I don't do this, how can I ever truly be worthy?
I know what it's the Goliath dilemma. Welcome to the
Alton, I just want you to know that if you do lose, you'll still be my friend, even if you're bottom boy.
No, I wouldn't be bottom boy.
Oh, is that not how it works?
No.
I don't understand the hierarchy.
Yeah, well,
of
if
your
you're not top,
academy.
you're bottom then.
What if you're middle boy or like second to the top?
Yeah, I mean there are people who
Silver
switch.
boy,
Middling boy.
Vertical boy.
bronze boy.
Lukewarm boy.
Some of these things are actual
Tepid
ranks.
boy.
Some of these are ranks, and I'm not going to tell you which.
What was the name of the academy you went to again?
You know.
Yeah,
You know, the academy.
the academy.
Ah, yes, the Academy in Nimoir's Hold.
That's always sleeping. Do
Nimoir's
not
Hold.
harass it. Amy, that's so mean to do. To a
Don't
sleeping
wake up
hound.
our sleeping snoogler.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It was. You know, I studied at Nimoir's Hold at the military academy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why
I'm
are you in the
familiar.
military?
Didn't agree with me.
You get to keep the titles even though you abandoned it?
Well, I'm not. I don't get to keep my rank.
Your rank isn't top boy?
No.
What's your rank?
My rank was second lieutenant.
Second lieutenant.
Is that higher or lower than bottom boy?
The bottom boy is a title in the academy for the top performing boy at the academy.
Oh, okay.
Second lieutenant was my rank in the military before I stopped being in the military.
You know, they didn't rank us at Bard College because all stories and perspectives are valuable.
Well, in the military academy, they took a very different approach. Competition was the heart of it.
Oh.
All right.
That explains a lot.
So Warwind says, "Well, I've much to do here. We're not close to finishing the keep. But
Wait, I have a question about the keep.
Be my guests tonight for dinner, and congratulations on a mission well done."
Thank you.
Thanks, Warwind. So why are you building this keep here?
Oh, well, the keep is situated on a very unique place here in your world's geography. It is at the intersection of several ley lines. Do you know what the lines of magical power that are invisible to flow throughout the world?
Oh,
and right here on this spot is where three of them intersect, come together.
That's interesting. I'm not a person of magical inclination. I will say that the one thing that confused me about what you said was your world?
The world here.
Yeah.
Our world,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, what was the name of the exotic mushroom that you...
Jasper's Cape?
Jasper's Cape.
Every time you do that voice now, I think of my host in Amsterdam who talked like that. It's like, if you want to see Anne Frank House, you have to buy ticket online day before.
Go skating on the canals. It is a wonderful time.
It was summer, so there is no...
Don't go water skiing on the canals. It is a beautiful time if you don't get caught by the police.
The Amsterdam gives you free transportation and a cheap ticket to museums. It's a great deal, guys, if you're ever in Amsterdam.
It's a great deal. All right. So at that point, you are sort of like released kind of on your own recognizance. You are taken into the actual like keep part of the Iron Keep, right?
Okay.
So as you walk through that portion of the keep wall, right? There are two towers there, and you walk into the courtyard itself.
No magical portals. Does it take us to a pocket dimension with a bunch of doors with faces?
Well,
not yet.
Oh my
so
God.
you do see an enormous courtyard, right?
My doppelganger?
There is there are 9 different doors that are situated around the 3 sides of the courtyard. There's a great fountain in the middle of the courtyard, but the fountain is not functioning right now. It doesn't have water. It's not pumping any water or anything like that, right? And again, there's more construction equipment and sawhorses and supplies stacked and whatnot. And the other thing that is noteworthy right off the bat is that there is a section of the courtyard where there's basically like a ramp that looks like it goes down into the mountain, right? It leads down lower below the courtyard. And that area is flush with the ground. The ramp goes down. It's odd because it's not built like a doorway or like an obvious set of stairs or something like that, right? Like the fact that it's the way that it's set into the courtyard, you can almost see that if you were to just pave it over, no one would know it was even there. It would blend in seamlessly with the rest of the courtyard. And there are a number of these robotic constructs that are kind of like going up and down from there and going around. There are stacks of pieces of iron that are laid around, and the iron is looks like it's been specifically cut into sections that are about like yay tall, but yay thick, and then 20 or 30 feet long, right? They're these enormous sheets of iron or steel or whatever, what have you.
It's based on the carbon content. That's the only iron doesn't have much carbon. Steel does. Blacksmith? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's when you get into this area, you're definitely amongst the scaffolding that's going up around the towers and whatnot. One of the towers does seem to be finished, and so you were taken over there to be given like guest quarters essentially. But while you're walking through the main construction operation, why don't you all give me a perception check?
Ooh. Could be better, Kyle.
Ooh, yeah.
I got a 21.
17.
Got a 10.
11.
So Strum, as you're passing, there's a big stack of iron sheets that are just stacked up, like ready to be either bent or assembled or whatever it is, wherever they're going to put it next, right? And as you pass by, one of the things you notice is you take like a quick look at the top edge. So the long edge is flat and almost polished, not to a mirror sheen, but certainly to a flat sheen. And the broad edge definitely, again, is polished to a very smooth surface. Not reflective, but just smooth. But as you look along the top edge, you look closer and you swear to God you can see like a grain in that top edge. So you see lines and like organic lines and waves in the top edge of that sheet. And as you look, each sheet in the stack has a slightly different kind of grainy pattern to it.
What does that mean to me?
I don't know. What does that mean to you?
Nothing.
These are the iron woods. It's possible.
Oh, it's a tree.
It does remind you of like a cross section of a tree.
Okay.
All right. So you are taken up to.
Did they mention that they were selling to a gnome? Like the lumber guys?
The lumber guys, the information that you got from, I believe it was Garen Vance, was that they were selling to some creature or being known as the Clicker.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And something about when it moved, its joints made a clicking noise.
Why?
And then
You only make monsters.
the elf twins spoke negatively of the...
They did. That's why I was like, wait, are they... Okay.
So you get escorted up to your guest quarters, which are sparse but roomy, right? It's one of those things like you've sort of like arrived at the hotel before they put any of the furniture in. So there are a couple of beds, but there's not like it's certainly not decorated or anything like that, right?
Who's ever showing us around though? I said, can you show me to the kitchen?
Right. So Creighton escorts you to the room and says, "Well, dinner will be at 6 o'clock tonight. Perhaps we'll have our duel after dinner, shall we? In the meantime, please make yourselves at home. Obviously, Warwent trusts you. I have no reason not to trust you. It's you have the run of the castle. Try not to disturb any of our servitors. They are somewhat precocious, shall I say, and they're very strong.
The buttocks?
Well, that's just one of them, yes.
Oh, they're not all called buttocks?
No, not at all, no. And
There are at least 9 of them, right?
and so
There's like 13 buttocks.
he's like, well, we have Warwent made about 20 apiece of each of these things, And so he points out the window at them, and as one of these little like cylinder things with a rotor on it goes whizzing by, he's like, "That's a flisbee." And then he points at the bronze like giant centaur creatures and like we call those juggerheads. And that dodecahedron with all of the legs, that's an octoclaw. And then you may have to look closely, but and he like leans his head out the window, and up above you, you can see that there is a short, stubby, coppery cylinder that moves like an inchworm, and it just has a golden kind of like light, like very directed light at the front of its head. He's like, we just call that a pipe snake.
That's my favorite name so far.
It goes into pipes.
I would assume so.
Like a snake.
Yeah.
Well, more like a caterpillar.
Yeah, no.
The snake is like this.
None of the other
Caterpillar
ones.
is like this.
None of the other ones seem to have as crude a name as the buttocks. I was expecting a little bit more fun.
Well, if you'd like a little bit more fun, try the pipe snake.
Yeah, pipe snake. I knew a guy. We called him Pipe Snake.
Is it
Why?
because she was a snake that cleaned pipes?
Was it learned?
That's just
No. He was most definitely not a pipe snake.
What's the name of the ones that fly?
A flisbee.
So, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
how much weight could they support?
oh shit! Fucking hell!
That's a great question.
I'm just curious how strong they are.
It's just a bunch of them like balloons. Like
Well, each one can carry about 60 pounds, but if we have something that's heavier than 60 pounds, we just have several of them come together.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
You don't have to cover for
Pretty
me.
strong.
I've always thought it would be fun to fly around, you know. So, like, maybe you could, I don't know, if you could ask Warwent to assemble something for
or
me.
not ask him. Just do it.
Well, it's an interesting idea. We certainly are using all of our servitors. So.
They need a break.
Actually, they don't really need a break. As long as we keep them well fueled, they don't actually need a break.
But what's 10 minutes?
10 minutes is 600 seconds.
They might need some
No.
variety in their tasks.
Well, we provide them plenty of variety here with our construction project that we've got going on.
Okay, but if your project gets finished 10 minutes later than it would right now,
I just think it would be
that
fun
wouldn't be that big of a
to
deal.
zip around.
Why are you interrupting me,
I'm trying,
Alton?
I'm sorry.
anyway, after the
I'm
kitchen.
trying to... I want him to think
Always
it's
talking
me
over me. Just
asking.
because I talk softly
I'm
doesn't mean
sorry.
you can just top boy my voice.
I wasn't meaning
I'm
to.
sick
I
of
thought...
getting walked all over. I really am.
I apologize. I thought I was trying to help, and I
You
was
can help
clearly-
after I'm done talking.
Yeah.
I can see that we all need a little bit of a nap, perhaps a little afternoon refresher. I know it's been a
I
long
want
journey.
to go in the air, and I want to do it now. Suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Ye ice.
Okay.
An hour left.
Okay.
So that is a wisdom saving throw.
We
is
did
that
like
correct?
the worst boss fight ever I've done on my heroes. Huh?
Wisdom saving throw. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
right? And what is the wording of your suggestion?
I think. Well, I feel like you. Were you actually interested, or were you
No,
just
I was trying to...
feigning interest? Were you actually interested?
What? No, I want to go to
No?
the kitchen.
I'm
Okay.
starting dinner.
So I'll just do it for myself then.
I'll be
I know,
underground to catch
this
you,
is
maybe.
your desire for
Okay. So you're suggesting that he.
How about you just procure me one of those little frisbees for 10 minutes? Let it fly me around a little bit in a private spot. No one will know. The project will only be delayed 10 minutes longer. It's no big deal. And then I'll get to fly around. And you'll get to watch me.
He specifically asked.
Do you want to spend your DM's Bane on this?
What is that again?
That negative 1d4 on this roll. You have to decide before I roll.
I'll say 15.
Yeah, can I use mine, or do I have one?
Yeah,
This
Everybody
one?
has one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll use it.
All right. Let's see. So 19 minus 4 is 15, plus 2 is 17.
Oh, shit. No, it doesn't work.
It did not work. And
Damn it! You rolled so good. How dare you?
And so he looks at you and he says, "It's a charming suggestion, but unfortunately, we cannot free up the resources at this time." And with that, he says, "I shall leave you to your rest and recuperation. We shall see you at dinner." Oh.
As it when he leaves, he's like, my God, he's so pretentious. I hate people like that. You know? Just the way he talks down to people. He's like, he cares so much about the way he looks.
I found him to be quite charismatic.
Oh, you would.
You fuck right off, Alton.
I agree.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm allowed to like people.
Anyway, off to the kitchen.
All right. So,
Are you cooking? What are you going to cook? What's for dinner?
I don't know. I'm taking suggestions.
Oh, well, right. If they've got... Oh, I was going to say pheasant, but I know that Strum doesn't like it when we talk about fowl. Eating fowl.
Yes.
But my gods, if there was a pheasant.
I'll see what they have.
all right.
Oh my god. It's out of control, Tom.
What?
Luigi's farts.
Yeah, it is. It's real rough. I'm trying to keep my face straight, but it is.
Just every once in a while you get...
You know what? I bet it's just fucking Amy.
All right.
I feel like I definitely would own up to...
I don't know. Yeah, it's like, there's so much happening. I'm almost impressed. Like, just... Whoa.
Somebody woke him up.
You did. You gave him another frog.
No, you howled at him.
Well. All right.
Tell him to do it.
He's about to start. There we go. All right.
D&D content you tune in for.
You head off to the kitchen.
Good boy.
Yeah.
If you guys cook a bird in front of Strum, you're the worst fucking friends ever.
I will secretly cook a bird.
Yeah.
Directly out of the
Still
eyes
a
of
bad
Strum.
If you eat like your friend off to the side, or you know, something that resembles your friend.
I've watched a few people eat gnome before. It's fine.
What the fuck? No, you have not.
You're right. I lied.
Wow. All right. So you are the kitchen is relatively kind of like understocked, right? So when Creighton said that, you know, Austin Frida was off to get supplies, there's a reason for that. You can tell that like the kitchen is out of kind of some of the more exotic stuff and running low on a lot of the staples, right? The other thing that's interesting is it seems like they've probably made up for that by having Balvalor and Orcris go off and do a little bit of hunting. And so there is a fresh slab of what looks like very, very, very carefully butchered mountain lion.
Okay.
Right, so that's one thing for sure that you could somehow prepare. Other than that, it looks like they probably have they have a little larder of squab, so which is essentially pigeon. So they have eggs and they have squab. If you are interested in making that,
I'll try for the mountain lion.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't cooked mountain lion in
Okay.
a long time.
All right, sounds good. I don't remember what we decided your skill check was for cooking.
1,000,000.
Well, if
Get
it's
your proficiency.
yeah, if it's my tools, then I get to add what, like my proficiency or double my proficiency in some way.
Yep, you can add your proficiency for sure.
Proficiency, and it would, and I think it was a debate between if it was wisdom or if it was intelligence.
Okay. Well, wisdom would be better for me, but
I mean, because it's mountain lion, it's probably something that you've actually prepared before. So with that, I'll let you do wisdom if that's the more advantageous stat.
excellent. Okay. So
Cool stats, brah.
Cool stats,
cool
bro.
stats, brah.
Oh, it's
Well,
a big
he's
roll.
Inspiration.
All right.
While he's prepping,
Yeah.
Alton's gonna prep for his fight. He's gonna bathe himself, and he's gonna shave his arms and chest. And he's gonna just spend the next a very long time just working his rapier on a whetstone. Just there.
Oh, all right. Very good. Okay, so you
19.
do some cooking. What about the two of you? Do you want to relax? Do you have any other?
Strum is super
Kind of-
sad.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why are you sad?
I'm cooking
Because I
mountain.
couldn't do my...
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So
And my friends want to eat me.
while you're hanging out in the room,
Just pheasant. It's different. It's different.
I am a bird
You didn't hear me say it.
person.
You didn't hear me say it.
Yeah, she went like
I
this,
felt
so
that.
you can't hear.
Okay, I'll do a perception check.
No.
Well, I don't know. Amy has to roll against me, right? For being sneaky.
Oh
are you
yeah,
trying to
because
do?
I
Roll
had
for your
asked. I had
sneak.
asked for
That's
pheasants.
still a 11.
Okay. Roll my stealth. Oh,
A
fuck.
12. That's a 12.
Is there anything else I could roll?
Or
Deception.
Oh, deception would be better. At least I get a +2. Okay, come on, baby. Oh. I don't have any rerolls.
I can spend a reroll, right?
Okay, I want inspiration.
Oh wow!
Fuck.
All right.
This is what we do with your
Yes. Okay. 19 or 19.
All right. She's
You didn't hear me.
secretly given Jorvin
I felt it.
the nod that.
But Jordan's cooking mountain lion.
Yeah. So yeah, it was unavailable.
So while you're
Still fucked up.
kind
Hope
of
it haunts you.
trying to relax and you're skulking a little bit or sulking a little bit in your room,
Yeah.
there is just kind of like a hesitant knock at the door.
Hello?
And you see a young man in bright green robes, but they're like silken robes. They're embroidered with a little fringe of yellow. He has just a little bit of a goatee. He has dark black brows, and he has a shock of short black hair that crowns his head. Not like just on the top of his head, but kind of like, a little bit wild back. And he says, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I don't mean to be rude, but I was looking for Jorvin. I understand that he has some Jasper cape, and I am Vitha's apprentice, and so I was just here to
Covered in blood. From essentially
not
from.
You're
You're in
not
the kitchen.
room.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
talking to the two of them.
Oh, okay. I thought
We're
you
in
came.
the,
I thought you
like,
came.
You
to the
always
kitchen.
do this.
Blood?
You're always in the kitchen,
I'm
and then
butchering.
you're trying to get into
That
our
is true. You do always do that.
Sorry, I thought he would.
You're like, I'm gonna go somewhere else, but I'm still RP.
Sorry, no, I apologize.
Well,
Wait, who are you?
Mine. Sorry, that's rude of me. My name's Ailerod.
A-Rod.
Ailerod,
Ailerod.
A-Rod.
as in Ailerod's tower, which you weren't there for that.
Oh, got it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So many callbacks.
Well-
Yeah, he's not here right now.
He's in the kitchen.
Oh, all right. Very good. Well, I guess I'll just head back to the workshop and.
Wait, the workshop? What sort of workshop?
It's the workshop where we do all of our brewing and construction, and it's our arcane workshop. It's
Strom gets like super
Where I
super
work.
close to him. So you can make like potions?
well, Well, yeah, that's one of the things we do in the workshop. That's why I was sent up here, was to find that Jasper's Cape and start distilling it, brewing it down, boiling it down.
Well, if we get you that, do you have any potions that maybe, I don't know, make people fly?
I mean, we might. I mean, not.
It's a yes or no question.
Strum is like really on fire.
We have all kinds.
Everyone else is getting what they want.
Her eyes start switching.
And I never get what I want because I put everyone else's needs in front of mine. Am I saying this out loud?
It seems like it.
Yes, you are. I said. Alton's shirtless with his pipe bag cleaning his show. Yes, you are.
Don't you fly all? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I don't know. Do you fly all the time, motherfucker?
Okay, Javen.
I don't have feathers. I'm not.
If we give you the mushroom, can you make a couple of potions of flight?
That's what I just asked him, Alton.
Yeah.
Well, that's not exactly what Jasper's Cape does, but
It's a trait.
I just asked him that. Why is you asking him that more convincing than when I ask him that?
You were just coming off very intense.
Well, because you never do. Extra ass
Touché.
motherfucker.
Well, you call him extra ass because his ass is extra.
I don't see asses.
That cannot be true.
I don't even have one.
You don't have an ass.
I mean, I have a butthole.
Right.
And my
it's a
cloaca hole.
It's all in one.
My cloaca hole. Is that can't be what that's called. It's probably still an anus. I don't know.
Is it all in one?
I think it's all in one. I think a cloaca is all in one. It's just.
But I don't know what the hole's called, so. Also, this is not actually in character, so it's
I don't know. Feels good. Extra ass.
I tell you what. Vitha wants to inspect my work when I process the Jasper's Cape, but I might have something that would help you if you have something to trade.
Yeah, the mushroom you want. We only have one of them.
I can't trade that mushroom because Vitha wants to see the end result, and he knows that it's Jorvan's. It knows that it's Jorvan's.
Wait, what? Just take the mushroom and then give us what we want.
I
We're
can't
giving
take
you-
the mushroom because Vitha wants to see the end result and then give it to Jorvan.
Oh, you're saying the mushroom is what makes the flight potion?
No, I'm not saying that at
What
all.
the fuck are you saying?
I'm
man?
saying you can't trade the mushroom because I have to give it back to Jorvan at the end of the process.
You have to give him back the mushroom?
You're going to.
Oh,
You're
what
going-
if you just got
I
to
mean, unless
keep it?
Jorvan wants to trade it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I could ask him. Or
I'm saying that if we could find something that we could trade that maybe Vitha didn't know about,
I don't
then
know.
maybe I could make a trade that Vitha wouldn't necessarily find out about.
I wish I could help you, but I don't love fiddly things.
What about this?
And Strum pulls out her little box that just has mirror fragments in it.
I remember that. Oh, I remember owning that for a hot second.
Wait, look at it under the light. Ooh. Great, right?
You can give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
What?
You're offering him a box of glass.
It might have some magical properties that I'm not aware of.
That's why you're rolling with disadvantage. It might.
10,
The prophesied glass.
18. So 10 plus is still 16 at disadvantage.
16, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck a dick. He rolled a disadvantage too, right?
No, he rolled an advantage. That's just a box of glass.
How about I write a song about you, and I spread it all over the world about what a great boy you are. What alchemist?
Top boy.
No. I'm just like still cross-legged, shirtless, and I just go, no. You can't just give it away. You gotta own it.
I don't know. Apprentice.
Workshoppy boy.
Wizard.
I hope to be a wizard one day.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just guessing at what it is. How you identify.
I mean, I hope to be a great magic user one day. But
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Feels
You'll
like
have
a long way
you'll have
off
your
from
own
that.
tower someday.
oh, that sounds great.
But I could write a song for you. You know, I studied at one of the great bard colleges. You know, if I wrote the song and I played it for my colleagues from the college and
Ooh,
we
that's
spread it
true.
all around, your reputation would precede you all over.
We have travelled quite far, and we plan to keep on going.
Well, that sounds nice.
Think of it as trading a skill for a skill. This is what I'm good at, and making potions is what you're good at.
Yeah, that's true. It's just that the things that go into a potion are more than just words. They're things
You
that
think all that goes into a song is words? I'm so sick of everybody. My heart goes into a song. Magic goes into a song. Yeah, words are involved, but they don't just fall out of the sky. They come out of my brain and my soul. It's not just words. And it's ignorant to think so.
You know, I haven't been fair to you. I have judged you before you've had any chance to demonstrate your talent. Why don't you sing a bit?
Noise.
He's having a little drink.
A little drink?
He's thirsty.
It's going to fucking Drink Town. Oh.
He loves.
Why don't you?
He loves LaCroix.
Why don't you give?
We just
Hey.
filled that bowl.
We only let him drink iced tea.
He's come to apologize.
Fucking monster.
Why don't you give me a little display of your talent, and I'll be better be able to judge
Sure.
what I can do.
She'll whip out her kalimba and she'll strap on her ankle castanets. Too,
Oh, okay.
so.
Wow. All right. Do you
Oh,
want
good idea.
to do anything with this roll?
Nope. Yeah, that's a 26.
Holy
26?
shit.
Yeah.
17. Well, all right. So tell me about this performance. Like, what is it? What is it like? What? 26, like, you
25.
know, 25. Still.
Oh, then it's a failure.
Oh, God.
25?
25. So what's it like?
I think Strum would play another song that she knew about, like, an epic, like, spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
That would kind of impart on him, like, how verbose and how it can really, like, elevate the image of a person like that and spread the knowledge of their work and their power and their skill.
Mm-hmm.
As she's doing it, I'm gonna druid craft the area.
Okay.
And so if she's like saying that like she traveled around and did like the snowstorms or whatever, I'm gonna just give some ambiance of like, the vibes.
Sure.
I'll
All
grind
right,
my
so-
whetstone to the beat,
So if you want to roll again, I'll give you advantage because
Why do I need
Low
to roll
stone.
again?
just in case you get something higher. You didn't. All right. That's fine. All right. So at first you can tell that he's sort of like skeptical of this idea that you're going to sing the ballad of Ailerod. And like what would that really be worth to him? But as you begin to play and your melodious voice fills the great iron hall here where you're sort of sitting and resting.
Oh, that would sound crazy.
And as you play your lute, I'm sorry, what?
It's my heart-shaped kalimba. So
Okay.
it's like a little box that's like wooden, and then it's got metal prongs on it.
Yeah. So as you pluck on that and then click your ankle castanets together, you sing one of the ballads of a famous a famous wizard from the times of Netheril, which is an ancient kingdom, and it talks about how he is the only wizard who managed to survive the invoked devastation, and how he regretted the horrible chaos that was wrought by his people and turned his life to a life of service, and how his name is celebrated to this day. And it really impresses on Ailerod that, like, if you have a very well written song crafted about you, people will remember your name long after you're gone, and you will achieve a sort of fame and a life beyond what your mortal deeds may be able to convey. And he's a very young guy. He's probably 19, and he kind of can't help it, and that towards the end of it, as all of this kind of like this performance washes over him, he gets a little bit choked up and he starts to cry.
Yeah! Cry, motherfucker!
Watching the trailer to
Emote.
So he says,
See, with a song like this, you could live forever.
I think it would be dangerous for you to be spotted in the workshop. But I will bring you something later.
Okay.
That you might find useful.
Ooh!
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Strom's got a boyfriend.
So, with that in mind, the rest of the afternoon, I assume, passes fairly uneventfully, right? You're relaxing, sharpening your fencing blade. What did you get in your kitchen? 19. All right. So you put together like a very good meal here, but it's just you're just cooking the mountain lion, right?
Yeah.
And then some sort of
sauteed
just a whole.
some sort of sides, and I assume
You accidentally thrown that Jasper's cane.
Let's go.
You can make a soup or whatever and whatnot.
Stew.
Are you going to take any time to, at this point, try to do something with the Jasper's cape that, like, Vithra took?
Yeah, while
We
while stuff's
definitely
simmering.
directed him. I think because he came looking for Jorvan, so I directed him to the kitchen.
Oh yeah, so you get most of the stuff underway, and then basically that's kind of like I just got to roast in the oven for a couple hours, right? And so again, this young guy shows up and she's hi, I'm Ailerod. I'm
Hail and well met.
Vitha's apprentice, and you have some Jasper's cape.
Oh yes, you're the tall Vithra. There we go. I was close enough.
Yeah, sometimes we call it Vithra.
Ooh, why?
Nothing. So,
thank you.
Be right.
Yay!
Thanks for the resub. Let us know where you want that reroll to go, either here tonight at the table or to any of our other players in any of our other games.
Yes. Yes. Feel free. Take it and do. What exactly are you able to concoct with such ingredients?
This boils down to a rather healthy dose of elixir for gaseous form.
Oh, phenomenal! Yes, that sounds quite useful.
Let me see what I can do with it.
Excellent.
I've never. This is an extraordinarily large specimen. Were Where did you get a hold of this?
Literally in the cave of a devil.
I see. All right. Well, I shan't ask
She
anymore.
wasn't a devil, she was a mother.
She was a demon mother.
It's a demon.
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 The song.
What are the words of that song though?
We had to start 3 times.
the rest of the words.
The rest of the words were brilliant.
Yeah. All right. So at that point, the afternoon comes and goes, and a great and delicious feast is set forth in the dining hall here in the tower of the Iron Keep. And everyone is there. So Warwent is there.
What's his dinner outfit look like?
You know
Jabba.
what? He is all.
I imagine.
He is all business. He doesn't have
Bless you.
a different set of clothes, right? So like he rides around in this weird kind of like Doc Octopus kind of contraption.
Interesting.
He comes rolling in that, and he's like, it smells amazing. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this meal. And Balvalor and Orcris come in, and they also like kind of give just the ever slightest twinge of their elven nostrils, and they kind of look at each other and nod, and they sit down and begin rubbing their hands together. Vitha doesn't show up.
Well, we know she doesn't eat, or they don't eat.
Yeah. So
that's right.
So they're not there, but Ailerod is there, and he just kind of like slyly looks over at you and gives you like a very quick wink. And
okay. Strum tries to wink back.
And
so much to learn.
You sit down to dinner, and
They'll teach you that at Bard School.
And they give you ample compliments. I don't know what would you like to discuss during dinner? Anything in particular?
Maybe this magic intersection, and what sort of like is the key? I just want to know is the key there to contain the magic, focus it in a certain way?
Oh, like we brought him he was very adamant about acquiring the star, right? What is he going to be using the star for in the construction of the Iron Keep, or in what is the overall...
And why is everyone so goddamn friendly? Why have we not been attacked yet? I'm not used to this.
So he just says he says,
"Are you a demon?"
Well, the intersection of two ley lines would cause a planar instability. Well, we are at the intersection of 3 ley lines. And so this particular spot in space is the bounce between the planes is particularly thin.
Have you been to another plane?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes.
Which one?
It is the astral plane. Do you know the astral plane?
I have only heard of it.
Yes. Very difficult to reach without some sort of magical focus, and that is what the star will do, help focus so that we can create portals and tunnels to different parts of different planes.
Is that wise? You don't know what you'd be letting in to this world.
We have a pretty good idea of what we're trying to control it, so it's not just the open doorway, but that it actually is keyed to the 9 different moons and so forth.
Why? Exploration?
Yes, exploration. Yes.
More information. I understand. I hear there's another place where the planes are thin. The spiders haunt.
Ah, yes,
The spider's hunt. Well, that's a place that unfortunately is corrupt. You are trafficking in the, malevolent forces there, and it would be a place where you might go if you were interested in making some sort of bargain.
Right.
Jeez. Yeah. What planes are thinnest around the spider haunt?
It is slowly sinking into the plane of shadow, which you may also know as part of the Feywild.
Ah.
Yes, that is why the fairy activity there is still so strong. But those fairies are so chaotic, they just would not serve properly.
Any Fae coming up through these plains where you're exploring? Any Fae at all?
We have encountered Fae here in the mountains. Yeah, of course. You know how Fae are attracted to the mountains, and
Yeah, probably attracted to a bit of the magic as well.
Yeah. What exactly will you be using the star for?
that is the locus.
Oh, the focus.
Yes.
Oh. Is that like the
It will collect and direct the magical energy from the ley lines.
Ah, okay. Well, that's just sorry. You went over it, but I'm a little slow on the.
This is some good engineering. Well, do you need our services anymore after this?
Well, we're gonna watch him fight.
Well, I'm hoping to see a relatively civil and peaceful but sportsmanlike display of swordsmanship. Perhaps I have heard from some servants here in the tower that Strum's voice is particularly fine. Would be very blessed to be entertained by the famous bard.
You'll have to pay me.
What would you like in payment? I've offered hospitality here in in the keep.
Oh, you don't want to offer her exposure?
Would you like something shiny?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, and he reaches into his jacket and he pulls out a miniature one of those little inchworms, and you can see that it lights up like it has two little like antennae on the top. That's and cute. They have like little lights, and then each segment, as the segment bends and kind of like expands a little bit, inside there's a little like glowing like band of color. Each color is different, and so you can see like a rainbow pattern radiating down, and then it'll turn like blue, and like a wave of blue will wash over it, and it just kind of like inchworms like around on his hand and back and forth, and and he holds it like this, and it like dangles.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
All right.
Does he bite?
No, he does not bite.
That's a wonderful present. You made that yourself?
His name is Lurva.
Lurva?
Lurva.
Like larva?
That's adorable.
No, it's just the pet name.
Have you built this Ironkeep without any sort of problems or being attacked or anything? Seems like a peaceful operation, but...
We are relatively isolated up here, yes?
Yeah. So, is that a yes? No real problems?
Well, Orcris and Belvalor are, of course, very renowned warriors.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. Godspeed, and all that.
Yes, and
Congratulations.
Vitha is, of course, a very powerful sorcerer.
Well, how do you know about the Tower of the Heavens, or do you know about them Do you like them or have any relationship with them?
We have been here for many years building the keep. This is not something that came together in the past couple of months. It has been 2.5 years that it's been underway. 3 years almost.
So you have had relationships with the Tower of the Heavens?
Yes, I had the arrangement with Shalfie, the master of the tower.
Wow. Wow.
Did they
How
start?
impressive.
Did they start building before or after Greycloth's death?
After, because he's been gone for 3 winters.
Okay.
God damn. Stop it. What the-
Encyclopedia Brown
Oh
over
my
here.
God. How do you remember all of this?
You're
Top
right.
of
You're
your
right. I'm
head. This
stupid.
is
I should
nuts.
remember the game.
Yeah.
stop it.
I remembered Encyclopedia Brown. Is anyone
I
Proud of me?
do know what that is. And
old book?
yeah, am I proud of you? Yes? For that? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in general, yes.
I'm proud of
In
them.
general, yes.
A hard yes. For this, a soft one.
Very soft.
Really soft.
Yes.
I just want you guys to know I remember things sometimes.
Well,
I was impressed.
cool.
Because you're always saying you have a terrible memory.
I really do, and it just ruins my life on a
Problematic.
daily
Yeah,
basis.
you and me both. All right. So you finished dinner. Did you make anything for dessert?
Oh, did you? Oh, maybe you did.
Mushroom flan.
Can there
Flan.
be sunflower seeds on it too?
Gross. No, not that. I don't want that for
I mean,
dessert.
Alton doesn't eat as you would expect, but what you notice is that his pipe's not lit and he's not drinking anything but water.
What does it mean?
He's gonna fight.
Oh, he's getting.
He's
he's
in
getting.
training.
He wants to pee all over.
Yeah, because if you take off smoking for one night, it fixes whatever you've done to your body. And not eating great before rigorous physical activity.
Yeah.
You need carb load,
Should
motherfucker.
I try and slip the other guy some magical mushrooms?
Try and slip
Oh my
who?
god.
Are you asking Alton that?
Creighton?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I don't answer you. I pretend like that question was never asked.
Never mind.
No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm not hearing this.
You do whatever you want with those magical mushrooms.
Idea over.
All right.
I don't know. They help you perform better. So I feel like
That's true.
what if it accidentally had the adverse effect? He's a big mushroom head. You didn't know.
Well, yeah, it's like when they kick people out in the Olympics for
He-
using weed,
yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah, because that's going to obviously enhance.
He's
them
really into
in some
festivals.
way.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Well.
But you know what I mean? Like you usually do it before performing a task.
Yeah,
to,
we're
like,
like-
Well, yeah, I use it. I
Focus
use it
in
for
and-
the detect magic, and so I can see the colors of the magic.
Hallucinations.
oh, that is pretty specific. Okay.
All right. So you have some discussions about the Iron Keep, and then dessert is served, and it is curious, but
Mushroom
mushroom
flan.
flan.
Is it delicious?
Can
I mean,
I
you
show?
rolled well.
Why don't you
right?
roll to see if it's delicious? Because this feels like a separate.
No.
Oh,
It's not.
Oh my god!
It's
yeah.
not even a
None
little
of us
bit.
are surprised.
Mushy
Jordan
brown
really
flan.
likes it.
I know. I'm like, ah.
So good.
It's like, well, if you're not.
I just have all of the plates.
And so Warwent is like looking at this bowl of like basically like.
It's
warm
okay.
mush
You
and-
don't have to.
and he kinda
His
just, like,
he's like
keeps
using every
stirring
possible
it.
lens to like.
You see him like he keeps stirring it, and then he kind of like taps the spoon, and then he puts it in his mouth, and he realizes there's like almost nothing on there.
It's a great.
Alton
custom.
sees that and it's like,
Nods respect. But then like if you watch closely, there's a moment where like one of his like 4 robotic arms just kind of like he's sort of just like casually like puts the bowl down, and the arm like comes up like this, and you see a little metal tube like go over the edge of the bowl, and there's like.
No, it's
And,
just
and then he's like cling cling cling. He's like, that was amazing. Thank you so much for making that. That's a once in a lifetime experience. I imagine. I hope.
No. Oh, if only I could be you, having the once in a lifetime.
You're lucky to be traveling with such a chef.
Yes, I feel like because I experience it
chef, not
so
a
often,
Yes.
because I experience it, I don't have the pleasure of the one time you had to do it.
Yeah, the only thing
What
I
do you
ever
mean,
bake is made with a magical rolling pin.
All right. So at this point, dinner is over, and Creighton Sark has eaten his fill, and he starts to pull on a pair of very well-fitted calfskin gloves.
Is he sluggish from my rich dinner?
He says, "Well,
He would have been if the
shall
dessert was
we
on.
put this whole debate to rest as to
Are
who
you stepping to me?
is the better swordsman?"
Well, I believe it's about that time.
Very good.
Creighton,
very
I
good.
might warn you.
Mm.
This man defeated me once upon a time with his rapier, and I am not one to be defeated lightly.
Yes, truly a worthy opponent. I'm certain. Judging by those beautiful tattoos, no one of your race could have earned those tattoos without some outstanding acts of bravery and courage. I myself do not expect to put myself to much of a test here, but
Cheat, come on. Come on.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying you gotta try harder than that.
Yeah, well.
This is Alton motherfucking Brown.
What?
Well, I guess we should have had you cook, young man.
Yeah.
Very good.
What's your
And on that note,
blueberry?
I do
Okay,
announce
I've
them.
only mentioned
In
it
this
every
corner,
day
we have
at least
Alton
1,000
motherfucking
times.
Brown. And over here, the challenger, that other guy.
Creighton Sark, thank you.
Brown, Alton Newberry.
All right, so they.
Oh my god.
I want to use my hero's favorite.
Okay.
I want to use it to use my new spell, Major Image,
Major image.
Mhm. and I want to use it to make a little cheerleading squad for Alton that
Oh my
matches their outfits, match his color of his outfit.
Okay.
And with Major Image, it can do sounds and smells
What's
too.
what's very subtly embroidered on the butt of all of these uniforms?
They're called the Top Gals.
The top gals.
Yes.
What's the
Very
squad
good.
name?
All right,
So.
you still have to roll 2d10 and add your proficiency bonus to see how this turns out for you.
Phallus.
So,
Computicus.
God.
Also referred to as the stinkhorn.
The Stinkhorn?
Stinkhorn looks like a dick.
You found the Stinkhorn?
My book of mushrooms.
That's not great.
ooh, that's not good.
5, 6, 7, 8.
11.
11, huh? I think that's a mixed success.
Yeah.
Now we
Oh, no.
just crept over into mixed success territory
Oh,
because that was
no.
almost a failure. All right,
I'm
very good.
excited for mixed success, actually. Thanks, chat, for hero's favorite.
So how? Oh, okay. So I know how this plays out.
Are they
So you do
lizards?
summon this enormous, like you create sort of a 3/4 kind of circle of bleachers and fans and whatnot, right? Of cheerleaders.
Oh, that? Oh, okay.
It works. Your spell works. You summon this
yeah, I was just, yeah.
orchestra of or chorus of phantasmal creatures to cheer Alton on. And on the one hand, it should be encouraging for him, right? But he is so enchanted by them all stoking his ego, and they're coming up with these amazing cheers for Alton that he can't help but also be a little bit distracted. So it's gonna be a wash in terms of normally he would have some sort of advantage of being inspired,
Okay.
but he's also simultaneously distracted by how good it is. And
I'm so enamored with this. I take off my jacket and my shirt and cheer. Except now you guys can see the massive burn, near second degree burn that's
from
going
the
down my
start.
No, I
back
fucking
that none of
cured
you
that.
have seen.
No,
No,
okay.
from the start,
Oh,
we
haven't
got it.
seen
Nobody's
we got
seen it yet.
It was
Yeah.
from getting it from where we were to the tower.
Let me
Yeah.
clear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
for
now that
carrying
I
it.
see it,
I don't think now's the time.
Yeah.
It makes him look intimidating.
Okay. Oh no! My friend!
Like I can't hear you.
Yeah. And Creighton Stark is a little incensed by this. Like, he feels like this is a little bit, beneath the rules of good sportsmanship.
Yeah, don't.
I flip him the bird.
So the way that we're going to do this is we will roll initiative, you and I, and then the first one to score 30 points worth of damage is going to be the...
Can I roll initiative too?
The victor.
In case, maybe.
Please don't.
All right, get those.
It's up to you. Anybody who else who wants to potentially take an action during the combat.
Nah.
Roll
To help
initiative.
balance it out, I use minor illusion to summon the smallest little pennant flag that says sack or sark on the end.
It's a sack.
Sack.
All right. Let's see how that works out. All right. So,
Accidentally a football reference.
this will
Sack 'em.
put you to the
Sack 'em.
test.
That's what you say, Sarkum.
All right.
Hey.
Get off.
Get off.
Thank you for subbing up. So I have to double check. All right, the other John Stewart sends a reroll to me before we get started here.
Oh.
And Be Right UK sends their reroll to Amy Vorpahl.
Thank you.
Thanks, Be Right.
Thank you.
All right, so I got a 15 for initiative.
I got 9.
9.
I'm
Oh,
gonna reroll
right.
that.
I was just gonna say I have
Okay.
a few too. Oh, and
Very
you still
good.
have your inspiration. Don't forget.
Oh, true. Okay, so I've got now 12.
12. All right. All right, that's that. So he is going to strike first. And let's see how that works here. Shall we?
Shall we?
All right.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Okay, so he attacks with his rapier.
This one. Yours. Take it.
Oh, all right.
Oh my god.
Minus a D4.
Yeah, DM's Bane.
All right.
Yours, take it. This one, do much and much bad.
All right.
Oh, get wrecked!
I'm sure you helped.
Yeah.
So the first attack is 4 plus 7 is 11.
Miss. And
That's a miss.
I'm going to riposte.
You're going to riposte, all right?
It's probably not going to be great. Let's see, that'd be...
His armor class is 17.
Okay, that's a miss. I got 14.
Okay, all right. Use it.
Are these are these only to go against you, or can these also?
They only go against
Okay,
me.
I can't bless somebody else.
But, of course, she's going to make a second attack.
With that D4 still.
Yowza.
You better roll well, Alton, because we're stuck in the.
Oh, that's
Natural
negative.
All right.
Negative.
-1. Well, not -1 because he's got a plus, but 1 is always a fail. So those are his 2 attacks, and that's all he's got for this opening round. He's not happy with his performance, and so what's going on here is, first of all, he is angry that there's this cheerleading section that has sprung up.
Sorry you hate fun, sir.
And
I'm still waving my 1 pennant.
Can you please say sark you?
And he's
It's a
also
sack.
he's also somewhat aggravated at the complete shit-eating grin that Alton has on his face as Alton is like watching all of these cheerleaders like literally like cheering time for him.
He always has that grin. Don't feel like you're special.
Are you cheering on Sark? Is that what's going on?
I'm just trying to meet the balance.
Your counter.
All right.
I like the idea of Jordan
With
jumping in with the cheerleaders, doing the dance moves.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, huh? All right. Okay.
Then that's going to hit for 9 damage.
Okay, very good. So you strike a solid blow. You score a solid hit.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. another dirty 20. The first one was dirty 21. Because I can't math.
All right.
And that's going to be 10 damage.
Oof. All right. All right. That's 19.
Don't you get all the attacks, many more attacks and stuff?
No, I get 2 attacks. I mean, I can take other...
Okay.
I actually, no, I'm going to...
Action surge?
Embolden, I'm going to action surge.
You're going to action surge?
Yeah.
Gonna attack twice more?
Oh.
18 plus, yes.
All right.
30 right away. Oh my god. Take
9
it down.
damage.
Oh, yes.
28.
And then 14 for the...
No,
Is he
reroll.
already
Oh,
fucked?
reroll.
No, yeah,
I can
yeah,
spend
yeah.
my own rerolls.
Yeah, well, just so you know, you've got a friend over here.
I'm going to... Oh,
Natural.
Use it again.
Okay, I'll use that one. That's terrible.
Oh my god, use mine.
That's going to be 17.
Yeah. He said his armor class was 17.
We use up all of our resources in a single round.
Oh my
I
god.
still have 3 rerolls.
What else? How many more do you need? You need 11. I think 11 points of damage left.
That doesn't work, and that doesn't work. All right, you hit.
All right. And this is going to be a disarming attack. So, expended superiority die, attempt to disarm, forced to drop 1 item of his rapier, superiority to damage roll. So the damage will be, let's see, where's the...
You know, Alton, it is your turn, and you do have your hero's favor.
16
Finish
total
him.
damage.
Okay.
And then he has to make a strength
save.
save.
Holy Jesus.
So are you gonna win and then also just like at like your first volley, just to throw the rapier up in the air, then catch his sword too?
What's the
That's what a cool
DC?
kid would do.
I believe
Top boy.
it's, let's see, it's,
It's 8 plus
8.
I think your strength plus your proficiency.
yes.
Yeah.
So it would be,
Or your dex. It's
it would be
sorry,
dex.
your dex.
So it would be, no, it's got to be, because I imagine it's lower than that.
It's 8.
He rolled a total of 8?
No,
Oh.
it's
It's a base of 8 plus whatever your
plus
like
your proficiency bonus plus your
whatever your like attack modifier is,
Yeah, I think
or your attack ability.
it might be,
strength or dex modifier, your choice.
oh yeah, it's, let's see, strength or dex. Well, if it were dex, because that's what I use, it would be 15.
Well, he got a 16. So
Okay.
he does keep his blade,
Okay.
but in rapid succession, thump, 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 you score 3 hits on him, and
Or no, 3. No, it was 4. 4 hits.
Yeah, you score 4 hits on him
You do math.
and defeat him.
Single.
Jesus, 1 round. How much damage was that total?
That was
16, 9, and 10.
and another 9.
Oh, and another.
It was 9, 10,
Jesus.
9, and 16.
How
Yeah.
did you hit that many times?
I get
Action
2
surge.
attacks,
It was like
and I have
44
action
points or
surge, which
whatever.
lets me take 2 more attacks.
Yes.
How many times can
Um,
you use action surge?
Once
Once.
every short rest.
So he played it a little too cautiously and ended up falling to a vicious
This
fusillade
has to be
of-
like some Dragon Ball Z looking shit.
This is straight One Punch Man. It's just like
So there's a moment where you see him just become like completely like beet red and he's sweating and kind of like frothing at the mouth, and you can see that he like tightens his grip on his rapier, and then Orcris and Balvalor both sort of like are like and he's like and he throws his rapier down on the ground and he
Rage
turns
quit?
around-
Oh my
turns around
god,
and
what
just
a
walks
baby.
out of the hall.
Oh, I druidcraft a little twig that he trips, like to make him trip. Just a little, like stagger trip a little.
You're gonna unsportsmanship his
Yeah.
unsportsmanship.
Fucking yes!
The minute he leaves the room, though, you see, I'll flip the pennant around and it says Alton on the other side. Say it was you the whole time.
And as he strikes the final blow, all the dancers, the top gals, they turn around, bend over, and you can see they've got the top gals imprinted on their butts.
I want to say the blow, like maybe the first few hit, but the last one is literally like it stops like right here, like pressed against his neck. Like if I would have wanted to, I could have just stabbed straight through, but that was the final blow.
Yeah.
Just like the very just like right through his defenses, ready to stab him if I wanted to.
Oh,
And as he's about to like leave the hall, you hear Balvalor say, Creighton, aren't you going to say it? And like he stops and his shoulders slump.
Oh no.
And you hear this like long exhale, and Orcus is like, "Yes, I believe that was one of the terms of the duel, was it not, Balvalor?" "Yes, Orcus, I believe it was. I believe he has to say it." "Aren't you going to say it, Creighton?" And Creighton like turns on his heel, and he looks at you, and he goes, "You're top boy."
And at that point, magic, like minor illusion, just like fireworks.
He stomps out of the hall.
Yes.
The major image crowd goes wild.
Rose petals fall on your face.
Quite the event in here.
Gecko TH or Geckoth gives their reroll to
It's a little
Havana
silk
Mahogany.
handkerchief, and I'm like, I mean, I will say I have a lot more practice than he probably has. You know, he's a good competitor. He's very skilled.
Good game. Good game. I give him a few orange wedges.
Thank you.
Very good.
I give
do you
him a
eat them?
Capri Sun.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you eat it and drink it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll eat an orange wedge and a drink of Capri Sun. I just defeated Karen Sark in single combat.
GG.
I'll reward myself by having the
I've
minimal
earned
amount
those
of sustenance
6
needed to
calories.
survive. The 6 calories from the
terrible.
orange slices and the 50 calories from the Capri Sun.
But who's counting?
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
Yeah, it's not soda.
Oh, do we get an airship now?
Yeah, we have a fucking.
Do we fucking have an airship?
You have the burning eagle, yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Until
my
the DM takes it
God.
away from us.
Yeah.
Can we change the name then?
I was always partial to Phoenix, but again, you know, we can all.
No, let's paint the Kenku on it. Like,
I've obviously.
How about
Okay.
the red-breasted grosbeak?
I like it. I like it.
Love it. It's a mouthful.
Just like you.
what? Did someone try to eat you?
So many.
You know, like he's a lot to handle. He's a mouthful.
He's a mouthful.
Oh, all right.
Right?
I get it. I'm with you on this one.
Okay, great.
So Warwent excuses himself. He's like, "It was all very entertaining. I have more work and preparation for tomorrow that I need to take care of. Please have a restful night. It will be a little bit noisy. I apologize. I've gotten used to it. The servitors work around the clock here. So if you hear some hammering or pounding, that's just part of what we do to try to keep on schedule. I'll see you in the morning. Rest well."
Lostom, I hate to do this. I don't know if you've noticed. I have a bit of a problem with my back at the moment. It is incredibly painful.
Yeah, I tried to. I wanted to help you.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, I used it to focus.
There's a brief moment where Orcus leans over to Balvalor and says, "I thought that was some sort of venereal disease."
Oh Jesus! I walk right over and I stand proud above you and I say, "Oh Chin, I'm so proud of you," and I like do one of these to you and like do it a little patronizingly, but that's the touch needed to cure those wounds. I don't know how many hit points it.
I didn't take 8 points. It was just like
Okay,
yeah,
well,
it's like
just
I'll do
for
cure
flavor.
wounds.
okay, very good. Yeah, that definitely helps clear.
thank you.
it
That was
out.
actually very painful. I don't know.
What, me doing
No,
this
the-
to you?
the back.
Was it painful?
No, it's not.
Was it?
No, I meant the massive burn to my back.
Yes, I'm quite impressed you didn't say anything until I didn't even know you had a problem.
Yes, it's quite disgusting.
I could smell it.
There's burnt skin, baby.
So you have the rest of the night passes relatively uneventfully in terms of like they're in the dining hall and whatnot.
We use all of our spells.
When you go
Bedtime. Bedtime.
When you
Bad time, bad time,
when
bad
you go
time.
back up to your room,
Yeah, we do.
Pajama.
you go up there and you find something underneath your pillow.
Is it a hand?
It's a ham.
There's a short flask that is filled with a bubbling red liquid, and it just has a very nicely written note, handwritten note that says, "For Strumthrum, thank you. Drink me."
A-Rod.
Right now?
Are we all in the same room?
Yeah, I assume you all went back to the room together.
Okay, but we all share a room.
Yeah.
I might not drink it right now. I might save it for later. Pocket it for right now.
Okay.
Should I drink it right now?
Drink it.
Are you guys watching me? Do you see me do that?
I've brought back the leftover flan.
And you've created a pillow fort, and you've gotten in there and you're eating the.
I stole a bottle of wine, and I'm enjoying that.
I'm not particularly watching anything.
Well, I guess I could roll and I kind of just want to take it sneakily, just so it's not like a. I guess Strum's concern is like she doesn't know what it's gonna do, and if it like everybody saw her asking to be able to fly, and if she takes it and she can't fly, then she's gonna feel really embarrassed. So I think
Alden,
she's just trying to take it private.
Yeah, Alden's
I'm not
so
watching.
up his own ass right now. Like he's not paying attention to
So
anything.
she's gonna try and like sneak it to like the bathroom or something and drink it there.
Okay.
That'll do.
The sneaky is a little kinky.
I'm just gonna go freshen up. Sure. Have a good time.
Whatever.
I don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
Or
I literally don't care right now.
Well, freshen up means shit, shower, shave.
well, I don't shit,
Okay.
and I don't shower,
Okay.
Okay.
and I definitely don't shave.
All right. Then you cannot freshen up.
I'm going to go
She can
empty
prune.
my cloaca and prune.
I'm going to evacuate myself.
So you sneak off, and the potion isn't very big, right? You take a sip, and you know it almost like first of all, it has a bitter metallic kind of taste to it, right?
Like pennies.
And yeah, it kind of like that, but also it fulminates in your mouth like almost like a mouthful of pop rocks, right? Just like that kind of like bubbling kind of thing.
Okay.
All right, so you drink the rest of it down, and you know it you feel this almost like it's not like a burning sensation, but you feel that kind of like fulminating like go down into your stomach and your torso, and your heart begins like beating very rapidly, and you find yourself like that you kind of like start panting, right? And you have kind of a high respiratory rate to begin with,
Yeah.
right? And then your arms and your wings just feel kind of uncomfortable, right? Like very sore all of a sudden, and your skin feels hot, you're feverish, and you're a little bit woozy, and then suddenly like this kind of flash goes through your whole body, right? And you look down and you see that your feathers are growing at rate that is actually visible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you look down, you see that your pin feathers, which were immature, suddenly like molt, right? So you drop a whole bunch of feathers here in the small chamber where you've kind of like hidden yourself, and you grow in full adult Kenku feathers, and they're bright, brilliant, like streaks of red in your wings and patches of yellow, and you feel like your wings are actually functional now. Your muscles are stronger, your bones may be hollow, but they feel stronger, and you give your arms like a strong flap, and you actually like lift a couple feet off the ground and then kind of skitter back down.
Ooh.
I gotta get up to the top of that tower.
Oh no.
All right. So you scurry your way up to the top of the tower where you're at, and it's not a big deal to find a large open window or a parapet that looks out over the.
Put some safety railing. Should do.
And it is like there's like a 3/4 moon here, and so you can see the various like servitors, working throughout the rest of the complex, and you see a couple of flisbees like go bzzz, flying by, and you're standing at the top of the mountain here, looking over the.
She's gonna jump.
All right. So you jump and sail and glide through the air, and you take flight, and you begin drifting down and drifting down and drifting down, and then you decide to try actually like flapping your wings, and you give a couple flaps, and you begin to like gain altitude again, and then you turn and bank and wheel and dive and spin, and then start to lose elevation, and then it comes skittering to a halt. Down in the plain before the.
Because I chose to, or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, a little bit of kind of like you ran out of like kind of like descent area to like it's sort of your first flight. You kind of like you tried a couple things, and then you realize like this is actually happening, and then you're distracted, and like you kind of like, oh, how do I land? Maybe I better land because I'm not sure how to land. And you try that, and you're gonna kind of give like come to a like skidding to a halt. And then kind of push yourself up into the air and flap a couple times, and sure enough, you take off and slowly kind of like wobbly but steadily like climb back up towards the top of the tower, and then perch on the edge of the tower. You have a fly speed of 30.
Oh my god, you can fly now! You can fly! Did you unlock that?
Thanks to chat.
What?
I told you might be the beneficiary tonight.
No,
Oh my
It
god.
wasn't guaranteed.
I knew to. I guess I knew to prod for it. Well, then why? So during like the first kind of set, she's like super still uncertain about it, and she's like expecting it to kind of peter out. But when she gets up the second time, then the whole time she's doing that, she's like kind of like whooping and like she's like super happy and making all these celebratory sort of hoots and hollers. But as soon as she lands back down on top of the Ironkeep, she collapses and just starts weeping.
Aww.
All right. Very good.
Aww.
Okay.
Thank you, chat.
That is an awesome chat gift.
Yes. You found a flask of dragon's blood that transformed you. So.
Did you know I was going to demand that? What was your actual plan?
Yeah, how did you know?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm the one who was like, hey, get me a potion of flight.
Yeah.
Could have been anybody. Could have asked for anything, right?
Yeah, but
I knew
the
that.
chat
I
was
knew that.
unlocking.
I knew that you want. Well, thank you. I knew that one of your goals was for your character to fly, but the dragon's blood flask, it just said like it will permanently alter whoever drinks it.
Oh, and we would have just gotten it in some other
If somebody else would have gotten it,
Sure.
they could have been changed in a different way.
You imagine if like Jorvan's like, what's this? And then he drank it. And he's like, look at me, strong like a fire.
I think it would have been more. He would have turned into a mushroom.
Yeah,
I finally am one.
he would have been a real badger.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gotten a fairy. I would have gotten a fucking fairy.
Oh.
I probably wouldn't, because that requires another being.
So later that night, it is, you're all kind of like you're certainly excited about like your win.
Drunk.
Yeah, and you're kind of like it's probably celebrating more than you probably should have.
And the thing about Top Boy, Jorvan.
Yeah, and Jorvan is trying to keep up. You're super enthused.
You're like, God, he's telling the same story over and over again.
I get it, you top boy.
And I'm sure that you're joining in the celebration with Strum about her newfound abilities, right?
She relates it to us.
There's something different about you. You get a haircut.
Do one of those things where you do. I've seen a bird do it where they just turn all the way over.
Oh, a barrel roll?
Yeah, do all of that. Yeah, I'm like, I'm kind of
like being Top Boy is kind of like flying.
So,
No, it's not.
you're enjoying this moment of celebration and accomplishment, and it really does feel like you've reached a big milestone in terms of like what you said and kind of got yourselves ensnared in here with this whole mission and whatnot. And then suddenly, more than you necessarily hear it, you just feel this brief like chill kind of like fall over the room, and you turn and you look, and Vitha is standing in the doorway.
Okay.
And Vitha says,
I am willing to make you all a trade.
I mean, other than the mushroom?
I will give you magic claws.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Claws that seek and strike harder and faster than you will ever be able to on your own.
I feel like you're downplaying some of my abilities, but... No, that sounds great. I'm into it.
And you see that blue line begin to like pop and stretch out again.
Blue line.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Before we come to an agreement, what are we trading? Like...
I merely desire that simple spoon which you use.
Not my stirring spoon. Oh, for magic claws.
Surely you will find a replacement.
I whittled this from a bigger spoon.
It was much too big.
And do you hand it over?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Wait, what the fuck?
And,
We're all in the room?
I give her the spoon.
and Vitha takes it, and
Do you remember last time we did this? We gave someone like some valuables and they turned out to be a demon.
Yes, I'm hoping that second time around, it's
This
not
person-
the same exact
This
case.
person is way less convincing as someone who's not evil.
I don't know. I've liked her the second I met her.
You did have a connection with her, didn't you?
Yeah,
You tried real hard.
I was asking her about her day. It was going real well.
And so then Vitha turns to Lowstorm and says,
I know this is a weapon of pride for you, but there's something your heart desires more than glory in battle. It is to be accepted amongst your people.
Yeah, but that's only gonna happen if I get a...
and Vitha holds up a lantern, a big black lantern, and inside the glass you see a fairy like staring at you with like its little like flitting wings.
Oh god.
This seems
And
nefarious.
Vitha
I was gonna say, I was listening to
Some Captain Hook shit right here.
I trade. This fairy, she is the finest specimen from the iron wood. Surely acceptance among your people is worth more than the spear of Justitia.
I mean, absolutely. But I don't know. I mean, a fairy's a different kind of trade, isn't it? It's not... Like, I don't know if that thing's gonna bond with me or not. It's just not natural to trade and get something, right?
I assure you, this fairy is the one that is meant for you.
It is? What's her name?
Her name...
Maggie? Can it be Maggie?
Maggie. Her name is Maggie.
Yeah. Well, what do y'all think?
I mean, this all feels horrible. All of it feels bad and horrible, and it feels like we've been here before and it didn't work out.
Yeah, but you can fly, and you've got the magical clothes, and...
But she didn't... You didn't give anything to...
Oh, yeah.
What?
It just, I woke up like this.
Huh?
Changed.
All right, I know. I guess if I have to decide, I mean, I really want that fairy.
Listen, I can't tell you how to live your life, all right? It's the one thing you want.
It's a hard decision.
Well, Storm is, but it is the thing you want, but is this how you wanted to get it?
No, it isn't, but I didn't know exactly how I was going to get it. There's no real roadmap for it.
It happens when it happens, so maybe it's this, maybe it's not.
What about earning it? What about being worthy? If someone just hands it to you, that's not an example of...
But trading my
worthiness.
spear...
You have proved your worth.
Exactly.
You brought the star to Warwind.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hands you the lantern. And
That was easy. I was going to
spear.
convince her of all her wonderful accomplishments and saying that she is
Just
very
easier.
worthy. But okay,
I'm very worthy.
you are.
I'm going to unlatch it.
Okay. And it, the little fairy like buzzes out and then begins buzzing around your head and lands on your shoulder and hugs your neck. Yeah, puts its arm around.
Okay. Ooh.
He's trying to strangle her.
Sensation.
It's drinking her blood. Kill it.
Hey, everyone!
Thank you, Lowstone. I'm so happy to be free. Finally, I'm with you. I'm so happy to be away from here.
I hate this.
Yay! I'm so happy you're with me now too.
Fairy sex.
And Mithra considers these two objects and says,
Strum Thrum. Don't you think one vial of purified and refined dragon's blood is a worthy trade for that worthless scroll you never use?
I remembered to charge it up today. So
Yes. Well,
You have a scroll?
yeah, don't tell you everything, Alden.
Okay.
No, I don't want anything. Ugh. No.
you've already taken something from my workshop.
No.
Or rather, stolen something
Oh,
from my
no.
workshop.
You're a little minx.
I didn't.
Oh,
What the fuck, Alden?
Strum.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Ah, yes. The inevitable denial. That's fine. Ailerod shall pay the proper punishment. Unless...
Ayla who?
Oh, Strum. What? I'm just saying your name. Don't look at me like that.
Unless, of course...
Aileron who? Aileron the future wizard?
I don't know what you're rolling.
Deception in some way.
Yeah, persuasion. So what was the other one? Was it 17? Or no, an 18.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Let's see what happens here.
oh, I'm sorry. It was not you who put Aelrod up to that terrible task of stealing something I have spent 150 years distilling. I apologize.
We all make mistakes. It's perfectly fine.
Also, it seems like tons of people have access to that room, so it probably wasn't even Aileron.
What do you know about the workshop?
Well, I mean, the whole tower is sort of just open. Some of the rooms don't even have walls.
I stole this wine.
Nat 20 Chet.
Would you like some mushroom
Perhaps I can
flan?
make you another
No.
offer.
And the shroud of veils parts, and you see a small silver crown that's studded with various jewels. And Vithra takes it and places it upon its head and speaks some sort of command word, and you see scintillating light just illuminate the entire area around you, like just shifting and rotating.
Cool story, bro.
It is a crown of brilliance. It has many powers, each invested in one of these gems. Certainly, it has more worth to you than a simple scroll.
Vita, I don't know what you are or where you came from, but wherever it was, I guess I didn't teach you that no means no.
Unfortunate.
The crown was back inside the robes.
No, is that crown up for anyone? That's a nifty little thing.
Finally,
Oh. It's not.
Mr. Newberry.
She already has your soul. She doesn't need to talk to you anyway.
No, this isn't a soul
That's
thing.
all Tom does is steal our character's souls. And you fall for it every time.
That is true.
You have displayed your prowess as a swordsman. Yet the blade that you use is so painfully mundane. Perhaps this may interest you.
And you see just the hilt of a sword. And then the oddly long, oddly wrapped fingers of Vithra kind of twitches and clenches around it, and you see just a razor-thin point of light come shooting out the end of it.
Motherfucker.
Lightsaber.
Sunblade.
Say it again?
Sunblade.
Is that the same thing?
I think. Yeah,
I mean,
for the
I would
most
say that it is the swordsman, not the sword. But if you're saying I'm going to trade you this sword for that sword, then yes, why would I argue that?
That is not what is on offer.
Well, then speak your piece.
Surely with a sword like this, you have no further need of that black walnut boken which you carry.
What's a boken?
It's a practice sword. You want my practice sword?
Wait, when you... I'm sorry. Just to remember what I'm saying. When you asked me for my stirring spoon, were you asking for my item?
Yes.
Okay, that's the rolling pin.
It's a rolling
Oh, the rolling pin.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I was just giving
Sorry.
my stirring. Okay. I was like, there's a theme
Everyone
here.
else is losing.
Yeah, I was like, why am I just giving up a wood spoon?
I thought it was
Okay. Yes. I still make the same decision.
I'll give you the power of flight if you give me a box of glass.
I think really the box of glass is going to come into play. It almost worked on Aileron.
I will say, I use this. This has become quite the crutch, if I'm being honest. I feel like having been through the trials I have, Karen Sark couldn't touch me.
Couldn't talk about.
I've been drinking, and a minotaur couldn't even touch me. Why do I need to deflect blows when nobody can touch me?
Why indeed?
Take it before I'm sober up and change my mind.
And
this seems like
Vithra takes that as well.
And now we're all.
It's so nice not to play a good character, because Grayson wouldn't take this deal. No matter what. Alton Newberry, though, he's like, fuck
Strum,
yeah.
I will offer you one final chance
Oh boy.
to spare Ailerod's life.
I told you that this castle is full of holes and anybody could get into that workshop.
Strum. Yes, ultimately, Ailerod is responsible for the safekeeping of the
You want me
flask.
to come over there?
Seems like it's a thing that I would,
Hold on.
Karen Sark being warden of this place, it seem to be in his purview.
Creighton Sark is an overblown fool.
That he is.
And now we have his plane.
He doesn't have a plane, and he's not top boy.
Even overblown fools can walk into a room and pick something up off a counter.
Stopwatch right twice a day.
Strom, you should just give her the thing, and so we can. She wants that scroll that you never used. Just...
I do use. I charged it this morning.
Strum, if you don't, that little man will die.
You don't know that because he didn't do it.
She just said
What-
that he was
why-
just going to.
And then a
they
different campaign, he owns a tower, so he can't die when he's 19.
But he can be he can be made unstuck in time, forever tormented.
Excuse me?
That's in the other campaign. He's unstuck in time, forever tormented.
Unstuck?
Yeah, he
He's
like
not
so,
a ghost. He's just like
he just kind of like not. He's between planes, and he
Oh,
like
is that the gnome that kept coming into
no.
that
He's
existence?
he's a magical. He's not a gnome. He was a
human
human
wizard.
and he only appears sometimes in the tower, and like throughout time he's like stuck between.
He's like
He
a
was in our
weird man.
dream with that dream pancakes.
Oh, I have such a bad memory.
Jesus, Eric.
Dream pancakes.
Got
That
it.
was very good.
Calm down with all that
Wait, the Hall of Mirrors, dude?
remembering.
Remember we unlocked after
His
Waterdeep. We
memory.
unlocked that tower, and then we were gonna live there.
Yeah.
And then he was the wizard that owned the
He's
tower.
the wizard in the painting. Remember you
Oh,
looked at
yes.
that painting?
I thought the Hall of Mirrors was a
Yeah.
part of that.
No.
No, okay.
Similar.
No, but yeah, seriously, I would say that's my call. You don't have to follow me. I'm just suggesting that as a course of action, so the wizard doesn't die.
Jorvin, I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you a terrorist?
Oh, the rest of us do.
Yes, I see that now.
Oh, wait, can I take it back?
I'm sorry to trade.
Can I have hers? What was it again? A fairy? I'll take it. If she doesn't want it.
I got these cool
I'll
cards.
keep my fairy.
And as Vitha reaches out to you, you do like somewhere from deep in the bowels of the castle hear like a pained yelp.
Someone must have stepped on something.
Oh my god!
Yes, that's exactly what
When
just
did you
happened.
turn so crazy?
Someone
So what?
just
No,
stepped on something.
I don't know Ailerod. We made a deal. Like,
Okay, no, that's fine.
I don't know if he's a good person or if he's an evil person. Like, he works with this thing. Like, I don't know. Why am I to give up what she's believing is gonna be sacrificing a part of herself
Yeah.
for this something she doesn't even know that it is so evil seeming? Just based on appearances alone, you're a fucking mummy. I don't think it's out of character for her to not want to associate with this. And especially with all the, like, bardic lore she knows, like, making a deal with a fucking demon or with a devil or something has never worked out for anybody in the long run.
I say it's within your
Oh,
character.
but it'll be great for me.
So, no, the answer is no.
The answer is no. Very well.
And you see.
I mean, do you want my old rapier for that tiara thing?
Oh, I know. I'm trying to think if there's anything I got. I like the look of that with all the gemstones on
I'm
my head.
sorry.
Are you sorry? You don't sound sorry.
Our time here has come to an end.
What about like one book of prophecy?
And Vitha takes the rolling pin and takes the black walnut shaft out of the rolling pin and smashes the stone roller on the ground, and it shatters into a bunch of pieces. And then Vitha takes the Spear of Justitia and pops the spear tip off of that. And you see the two ends of the rolling pin handle and the spear join together. And then she takes the boken and she joins that to the end of the staff, and she says, "Those are 3 parts of the rod of 7 parts. I know where the 4th is. I shall retrieve the other 3, and then I will be back for you." And it draws just like a straight line in front of it, and you see just like howling black smoke like pour over Vithra, and whoosh, suddenly there's just a curl of wispy black oily smoke in the air, and it's gone.
Joke's on her. We got the better.
Oh, she's coming for you, Strum. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, look out. Forever. Look out.
You're afraid of a mummy?
Yeah, Mummy can jump planes and all of that, sure. We all should be frightened.
Yeah.
Why would a rod have to be split up into 7 parts?
Because it's so powerful it could destroy the fucking world. Weak imbeciles.
You did good. I'm proud of you.
I also am proud of you. Let's try to destroy that walnut piece. Sorry that I wasn't as strong, but come on, how am I going to say no to a fairy?
Does the fairy stick around?
Yeah, is the fairy like chill?
On next week's episode
we'll
of
find out
Ironkeep
next
Chronicles.
week.
Okay.
Hey everyone, this has been the Ironkeep Chronicles. Thanks so much to everyone who donated tonight and unlocked the awful secret. The game-changing unexpected secret that I have been literally taunting you with for weeks. I appreciate your donations and everything else that you unlocked this evening, including Strum's ability to fly and some of the other things too. So thank you so much for being a supporter of the show. Thank you just for watching the show. We really do love it when you spread the word. So if you have given a shout out on social media, or you're just, hey friends, do you want to watch a cool D&D stream? We hope that you recommend our show. So thank you so much for tuning in and being a fan, being a supporter.
Long con, Tom.
Listen, in session 0, I put a thing in there that said the party gets access to an artifact. It's true. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Kyle Caps, everyone.
Hey! So besides giving over a giant artifact to a demon, or whatever that was.
1/7 of an
Just an
artifact.
infernal planewalker.
It's a demon.
It's fine.
It's a demon.
It's a demon.
It's a demon.
I'm still pretty happy with my decision.
Yeah, there's still something coming from tonight's chat unlock, so we'll keep that in mind.
Awesome.
Anything you want to promo?
Not really.
Very good.
Check me out. I'm on at KJC Illustration for Twitter. I haven't. I've been incredibly busy, so I haven't been posting up a lot of the doodles and things I've been doing. But I hope to put more up there, and that's really about it. I'm ready to go to bed.
Very good. Amy Vorpal, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
I am Amy Vorpal. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Vorpal Sword. And what is coming up? Oh, you know what? Something dropped today on Nerdist. They sent me through a haunted house, and it's me screaming a lot.
So funny.
It's only 3 minutes of screaming.
It's very.
The best part
it's
is the
screaming.
pig.
It's a pig. I screamed it at the person's face. I was like, "It's a pig! It's a pig!" Like right there,
Spoiler alert.
and it was a bunny. I thought it was a pig.
I laughed so hard.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Havana Mahoney, everyone.
Hey guys! Yeah, you can find me 6 days a week over on, or here on even, Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Vanna, VANA. You can find me on Twitter at Havanarama, HAVANARAMA, where I post about when I'm going live on Twitch and all the other projects I'm working on here and Geek and Sundry and Alpha and stuff. And you can catch me guiding a game every this is a final Tuesday night for a Pugmire miniseries called Pugmire Homeward Bound. And the final episode is Tuesday at 6 p.m. here on Saving Throw Show. So please tune in for that. Amy's been on the cast. She won't be here for the last episode. So we're going to have Nega Oryx is subbing in for her. If you guys know her, she's another broadcaster on Twitch. And then it'll be Omar Najam, Kelly Nugent, and Megan Caves. So tune in for that. And then if you're going to TwitchCon, I will be there and I will be working the Tiltified Charity Plaza at 4 p.m. PST. Well, I guess you'll be in California, so you won't have a choice of the time zone. They might broadcast it. They probably will.
I think it is.
Yeah, that really just makes sense, actually. So tune in for it, too, if you're not going to TwitchCon. But 4 p.m. PST, hosting reverse match game with a bunch of awesome broadcasters and another broadcaster who's going to host it with me. So
awesome.
Thanks.
Eric Reichert.
Yay! You can find me on my Twitch channel, Mostly Eric, where I stream most afternoons. And then on my social medias, Mostly Shit.
I think you need to start an account that's called Top Boy. Probably taken.
I think that's just what GQ is.
Hey everyone, so we have a wonderful lineup of stuff here this week, continuing throughout the rest of the week. So tomorrow, of course, we'll have a rebroadcast of this show. Maybe you're watching us on the rebroadcast. Ooh. Amen. Thanks for tuning in after the fact. I understand not everybody can stay up until dark 30 to watch the show. So thanks for being a fan. In whatever time period, whatever near future or distant future you may find yourself.
I watch from the past.
So Friday night we have another installment of Wild Cards with DM DJ Caves Callerman, and Saturday we have our second episode of The Broken Pact, which is our official partnership with Wizards of the Coast. It is a crossover. It uses Guilds of Ravnica, so it's a crossover between Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. You can see that over at twitch.tv/D&D. But we have an after show that we do here on Saving Throw Show starting around 4:15 where we chat about the game and whatnot. And you can tune in for that here. You can also watch the stream hosted on our channel if you would like to hang out with the regulars in our channel and not be overwhelmed by 8 million people who are making comments on the D&D channel. However you choose to support that show, you do you. Enjoy. You can also continue the conversation over on our Discord channel. So if you want to join us on the forums over there, we have one for the Ironkeep, also for Disorganized Play. I talked this past week about treating your location as a character. Maybe you saw some of that influence tonight. Maybe you didn't. We certainly saw a lot of different characters tonight, so that was fun. Mm-hmm. Sunday at 5, we have Tempting Fate. It is Avatar: The Last Airbender, I believe is the current series that's going on there. So tune in for that with the Airbenders GM Rick Budd. And then Monday night is dark, but Tuesday, is that correct, Dom? Monday night is dark, but Tuesday night is the ultimate episode, the final episode of Havana's Pugmire stream, which I caught some of that. My question for Havana Mahoney, Dungeon Master Extraordinaire, is how do you get through so much material in one night? I was like, you got through like 5 rooms.
Yeah, I cut out a lot.
And you cut out a lot.
I cut out a lot, and I, in the moment, nerfed a lot. So I think that's why.
I thought it played well.
And the fortune system in Pugmire can really help build and move the story forward.
Okay.
Because like with critical hits and stuff like here, it can be cool because it causes extra damage and maybe that ends a fight sooner. But with triumphs, is it does an extra awesome cool effect at the GM's discretion. So it's just
right.
like they were fighting this, no spoilers, but they were fighting a beastie that was way too powerful for them, and I didn't anticipate they would try to go head to head with it, and so someone used a triumph to use an item on it, and yeah, based on that, I was able to kind of guide it a little bit more towards, but still have like a really cool definitive end to it.
Right,
so
right.
I don't know, yeah, if that makes sense. But
Very good, awesome.
Very
Well,
cool
tune in for
system,
that
check it out.
Tuesday night, and the first 2 episodes are up on YouTube if you want to catch
yeah.
the replays. Big thanks to Dom Zook, the man behind the cameras and the keyboards there.
Wherever he is right now.
Wherever he is right now. Hopefully he hasn't passed out from
It's just so weird seeing
What?
Right there.
that scene
weird.
empty.
Yeah, it's sad.
I don't know what y'all are looking at, actually. Why are we even talking about Dom?
Big thanks to everybody who
He's been
subbed
dead
up.
for 25 years.
Thanks to Shimixton and everybody else. We're gonna have a new Luigi emote in the chat coming out soon. So stay tuned
Oh my
for
gosh,
that.
amazing.
It's super awesome. That's it for me. Join me Tuesday for Disorganized Play. We'll talk about this and more. Until next time, let's dungeon!
Now hear ye, oh you rascals, with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high. Hey, the master